Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I had a bit of a gameplay shortage, so I figured I'd play this escape room game, and I figure if I'm gonna be doing this, might as well stream it. Just letting you know, I've never really done a stream before outside of the Gunnerball extravaganza, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Alright. So, we're in... It's like, not a casino, but a rec room. Hey, what's going on, Jay Gaming? Let's see this house of cards. Oh, louder? Let's see. Okay, is this better? Alright, how's it now? I'll turn it up a little bit more. Hey, Rice Balls. Pretty good so far. Spent a nice bit of time trying to set this up, making sure everything's good. I'm doing it on my mini PC. It's got a Wi-Fi 6 board, so it's a lot better connectivity-wise than my gaming PC. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back to this card part later. Dude, I did not see Ralph's kick stream last night, no. The last thing I saw was Jim's stream 2 days ago, I believe it was, when he came back. Oh, and don't worry about it not being, like, related to the escape room. You guys can ask me anything you like. Yeah, I think I've done this puzzle before, but it was like 3 years ago and I never saved. Okay. I don't really get this. Do I like Risky's being... Oh, do I like being Risky's favorite creator for Rax? Well, Risky got angry at me the other day. I said that he was I said he was clout chasing by following Cyrax. I do stand by what I said, because you know that that's not his real accent. Like, I can talk to the guy, no problem, but for real. That being said, I prefer all those people not even watch me, because they report everyone, I swear. Like, Southern Harlot had her channel taken down, CVG's had multiple, 283 Auditorium. I'm pretty sure that Dust Smoking Hippies just lost his too. Okay, I got a fire poker and matches. Maybe there's a fireplace in here? Okay. Dude, yeah, I saw that, Mighty Possum. Yeah, Fed lost his channel. Or, what was it? He lost his channel or he got, like, a strike and can't do anything with it for, like, 2 weeks? Either way, it's unbelievable. And it's all that Cyrus guy, from what I understand. Yeah, no, honestly, without Fed, it would be so hard for me to do my videos. Like, I don't know how he manages to get everything he does. Do you ever play, like, Crimson Room, old school flash joints? Sorry, I don't really know what that question means. Yeah, Elijah. Sorry, I keep thinking his name is like Cyrus, because that's like Cyrus the Virus, Psychosis' video. No, I don't understand what that guy's plan is. Like, he defended Cyrax, broke a rule, number one, doubled down on it, got exposed, and he thinks that, like, leaving is gonna help him? Crimson Room OG escape room game. No, really the only escape room games I've played are the Zero Escape series. I mean, maybe if you count Hotel Dusk, but I really wouldn't. No, I was obsessed with this in high school, like the first two, and then like when I got my second job, that's when this one came out, and I've never been able to beat it, because it just gets me so mad, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I honestly can't believe that Elijah guy is like 24 years old though. Like, I took one look at him and I thought he was like 30 or 33. Hey, thanks, The Future. Man, how long have you been in Jordan for? I hear you guys do like 6-month rotations, right? Or is it 8? He loves the attention. The guy who's followed him for years said so. I think he underestimated and thought Marty and Cyrax trolls were just like his. Yeah, like the Cyrax community is as friendly as it is like not psychotic, vindictive, would that be the word? Like, if you walk in there and you start like talking to them, everything's good. But once you start, like, defending Cyrax, sending him money, like, it's over. Yeah, Mighty Possum, like, I saw that, what's his name, Daniel Larson, he's, like, 23? Like, dude, I swear, I thought he was, like, a little bit older than I am, and I'm, like, in my late 20s. Hey, thanks, Holy Paparoni. Yeah, I wouldn't expect this to be a very exciting stream. Like I said, I had a gameplay shortage, as ridiculous as that sounds, and a lot of my gameplay that I have recorded is like 20 minutes, but I'm finding now with the length of the Cyrax videos, I need like 40 minutes to an hour of gameplay. Oh, dude. You get to go home for like, what is it, like 1/3 in or 2/3 in, right? Future? Yeah, exactly, Possum. No, that's something I really do love about it. It's like, I've talked to a few of the other creators, like CVG came into my stream one day and told me how YouTube doesn't like the, what's it called, bleep censors. And so ever since I changed that to like the mute, I've had no issues. So Mr. Freeze, right now there's Risky, there's Elijah, otherwise known as Cyrus. There was Sneaky Jim, although I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know too much about. Couldn't you loop your gameplay, or do you think people would be too upset with that? I probably could loop the gameplay, no problem, but it's more of a me thing. I wouldn't want to have that done. I got an hour of Shovel Knight gameplay last night too, which would be pretty good. But yeah, Mr. Freeze, there are people who like send him stuff, try to help him. Like, Film Finance Freddy went to his house the other day and was like actually talking about giving him money. Like, he's walked back on it since, but you can't justify that. Oh, legit, Mighty Possum. I haven't seen too much. I've seen most of the Fed videos where he like talks about him. And what was that one he did? Like, he was in the Discord call with his shirt off in front of a bunch of 15-year-olds. Like, honestly, what a loon. I go where the Jets go, lol, it's usually 6 to 12. I can't believe how big Cyrax got in just a couple... Dude, I know. Like, when I first started watching Cyrax, I think it was December 2022, definitely. There wasn't too much about him, like... How do I say it? Like, there was Cyrax content, but it was all really just, like, Kiwi tapes, old Marty stream re-uploads. I think Smokey had one, and... Well, Classic Games Canada, of course, and... What's his name? I'm not even sure if CVG was, like, big back then. But ever since then, in, like, the 8 months, it's gotten gigantic. I've been the realist and make his own gameplay and stuff. He'd be like, no. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go out and just take someone else's gameplay. Like, I could probably ask people, and I'm sure they'd be down for it. A lot of old Call of Duty commentators actually do that, too. Managed to find Cyrax before his second arrest. So, I'm trying to make sure I know. So, first arrest was Kansas. Second, you're talking about, like, when he got arrested from, Aware of Myself, right? Dude, Future, I forgot about Snowflake. Yeah, I think I saw his actually in August. But I saw a little bit of Cyrax, and I thought, oh man, this sucks. They're making fun of him because of the way he looks. Then December, one of my friends messaged me, and he said, hey, have you seen this Cyrax guy? I said, I saw a little bit, and he sent me the video of Cyrax, like, fighting with Sally. And so I got really interested, and for like a week, I went on this Cyrax bender. Polar Pair, so I believe Mr. Snowflake is the one who did, it's either Cyrax the Next Christian, or that was by Grease Wizard. Well, he was one of the early people to the Cyrax game, but he never really stayed onto it. Oh, I was just saying that Grease Wizard also was early into the game. Man, honestly, Mr. Freeze, it's a lot easier than you'd think. So if you take stuff like N-Word Boy, Fed Smoker, Kiwi Farms, Marty, sometimes CVG, and you just kind of watch all their videos in order, you can really start to like make a good timeline of what happened, get all the clips you need, write a script. The really hard part is actually like censoring the entire video afterwards, because you have to train your ears like a hunting dog, just waiting for him to like scream out something, and you can't really miss anything. Oh, legit, like, Mighty Possum, when I first saw, well, not first saw Cyrax, I think it was like February. I didn't even know about all the Blind Billy stuff, because there's really no like quickie, comprehensive history. I think the closest that you have is, what's it called? Dr. Ruth Thorne's? Not comprehensive history, but like timeline? I think most of us start that way. I thought things were extreme at first, but once you get to a bit of the lore, everything the goblin has done, he deserves it. Yeah. Like, when I found out people, like, tried to steal his porch, plank by plank, like, no pity from me. Mr. Snowflake is more full-time on Amber now. Man, I have such a hard time, like, listening to her and, Foodie Beauty. Like, both of them. Dax claims he won't be the next Christian, yet rocks his own medallion. Did the Fanta thing, dates trolls, dude's already there. Yeah, like, what's it called? So, Cyrax, I think he's worse than Christian, honestly. Like, say what you want about Christian, he would call people, like, pedo fork and, like, mean it. Like, the whole Blue Spike thing, he was tricked. He genuinely did not know, like, who Blue Spike was. Like, obviously, as the years went on, like, it got worse, but... Oh, dude, like, he's never done half the stuff that Cyrax did. And Chris Chan even had a job. He worked for his money. Like, it's unbelievable. Cyrax is so much worse. And his medallion, we haven't seen that in like months. Dr. Ruth Thorne timeline legit. I've never watched the full thing, but from what I understand and what I have seen, it's pretty good. Take the siding. Yeah, dude, they're talking about taking the siding. Like, I heard them talk about, like, oh, he took the bricks. Like, you know, they took the bricks, like, outside the house. You have to meet your destiny on the road. One takes to avoid it. Did Root say that? Now, I gotta figure out what I'm doing in this. Let's see. Okay, so back to the game quickly. This says collect 5 coins, so I guess we gotta find them. Yeah, dude, I actually feel a little bit bad about the bench being taken because it wasn't even like Sally's. It was Dale's daughter's. What's the next lolcom I'm gonna talk about? So, I really don't know. Since I got back from that wedding, I've been thinking. So, I saw Daniel Larson lately. That would be a pretty good one. Acer Thorne, I don't know if you've heard. He just got struck down being a, is it malicious lawsuiter? Essentially just someone who wastes the court's time. So he would be a really good one. I don't want to talk about Cyrax next because, like, I don't want to just do Cyrax, as much as I know a lot of people would like it. So, likely it'll be Daniel Larson, Acer Thorne, or Chris Chan, because he's a pretty safe go-to. Of course, there's always Ralph, who I also like to talk about, and he's been going through some troubles lately. You gonna use this footage for the next vid? I might. If it's long enough, I could. I know it's not super exciting, but it is B-roll footage. Who remembers the Watch Saga? Again, my favorite. And here's a question for you, bro. When do you know Cyrax getting super popular? So I think the really first time I noticed something was going on with Cyrax was, so it was Christmas, and I was visiting my parents. And at the same time, I was trying to get this YouTube channel, like, off the ground. So I think I was like 800 subscribers. I made a video, I think it was called, like, I want to talk about Cyrax, who is this guy? And so that video shot up immediately. So I said, okay, well, might as well talk about him again. And I noticed that all my Cyrax videos did like 1,000,000 times better than anything else I had made. So I started talking about him more, and then of course the demand came in more and more for him. What's it called? One of the things that I lucked out on, though, was, I think it was back in March, everyone was getting hit. It was like, Smokey got his channel not struck down, but he got a strike. Base Shaman had to take down everything. Kiwi Tapes was not talking about Cyrax. Marty still was, because he doesn't really care about his channels, because he can just make a new one. And so, luckily for me, I figured out, like, what to do, how not to get struck down. And so that's when I really started to see how popular he was. Like, the two biggest times for him were when Marty fought him, like, in the streets. And, what's it called? Yeah, when Marty fought him in the streets and when he got arrested. That's when I noticed, like, at least from my videos and my views, that was the most popular Cyrax. Okay, let's see. I wonder what happened to the gold Cyrax necklace. So, Bowler Pair, I think... Okay, so I don't know if this is true or not, but this is my theory. So, I guarantee you, that thing was 3D printed. And so, Cyrax had it on the chain, was bragging about it. I guarantee you that he was swinging it around, and at some point, that little latch where the chain was attached to just broke off. And that's why we haven't seen it since, because it went flying across his room. The niece's bench, I think? Yeah, that's right. It's a quote from one of the Shaolin Master's racks. Master... Sorry, Holy Pepperoni, I don't really know what that means. Things really took a turn, and the community boomed after Marty v. Cyrax fight and Danny Brown talking about him. Yeah, legit. Like, Cyrax is getting really big. We're not getting as much as we used to, which is completely understandable, because at some points, it's like... Well, I think the max I've done on Cyrax in, like, a 2-week span was a 5-hour video that I had to split up. Like, the amount of stuff that happens to this guy who never leaves his room is astounding. Has Chris Chan posted yet, or just liked? So, I believe that a Chris Chan, what's the word? I believe that a Chris Chan, DeviantArt account was found, where he uploaded like 100+ different kinds of just drawings. And they're like not his regular Sonichu ones, they're a little bizarre. So I think that's what's new with Chris Chan. I think you can tie the White Bowser in with Cyrax. Tie the White Bowser in with Cyrax first? Well, he's definitely a part of the Cyrax verse now, because... Okay, so in the Marty Discord, back when Cyrax, not Cyrax, sorry, the White Bowser was in there, in the VC one day, he was talking about his plan to, like, troll Cyrax. He said his plan was, like, he was gonna blue spike him, pretending to be, like, a girl, and ask Cyrax to, like, buy him a bra. That didn't really go anywhere, but still. I personally love the Ralph content, would love to see another lolcow other than Chris Chan. Yeah, the problem is, like, a lot of these new guys are all, like, TikTok. You don't really get to see so much of them. Obviously, there are exceptions, of like Daniel Larson, a few others. I couldn't really tell you their names. Oh, wait, fuck, I'm an idiot. Why don't I use the fire poker on the lit fire? Sorry, let me get back to chat. Sorry, I just thought of that. Lol, nice supply and demand. Yeah, that was a really good, like, thing for my channel. Not for a lot of other people who got hit, and I could have easily got hit too if I didn't, like, start cutting out all swears. Smokey had to hide all his Cyrax stuff for a few months. Yeah, he's even got that second channel, like, specifically for all his Cyrax stuff. Like, I believe it was a mom and a daughter that were, like, friends with Cyrax's family, and so they started going around striking everything. Like, it was wild. It's insane that Chibi Necademic's video got the most views and not Cyrax. Dude, I'm actually pretty happy about that. Like, the Chibi Necademics video, when I started doing that, I thought, oh, you know what? Like, it's Chibi. This guy's an idiot. He broke up his mom's date by dressing up as Joker from Persona 5. Ruining that date. What else did he do? Just all this other stupid stuff. And then, like, as I went in and researched more and more, I found out more about his, his relationship with Al. And, like, by the end of that video, like, I swear, like, recording, I was ready to punch my monitor when he said, there, let it all out to Al, like, after 10 years of what he had been through. But no, that Chibi video, it's the one I'm most happy with as of recently. The rats have his medallion now. I wouldn't be surprised. Something like, what's that movie? It's about mice living in a house. I don't know. Maybe they brought in the walls with them. Is Cyrax still following the Bushido code? So, Mr. Freeze, Cyrax goes completely against the Bushido code in everything he does. Like, I want you to think of, like, a classic samurai, and then say, do you think this guy beats his grandma, goes after children, scams people, does zero work, blames everyone else for their problems? So I would say no, he does not follow the Bushido code. White Bowser wants to follow in Chris's footsteps and transition maybe. Dude, I don't know much about the White Bowser. The last time I saw him was, I believe it was on Too High for Stupid. I don't usually get to watch that show because I'm busy with my own stuff, but I was playing some video games, clicked on them, and then they're talking for like 10-15 minutes, and White Bowser's in the background. I think, oh, so I joined and they're watching some video. Turns out he was live, just laying down on his couch, streaming. Like, I think it was Smokey, or no, I don't know which one it was, but they said our PNG avatars are more animated than the real life White Bowser right now. And they were right. Let's see, White Bowser's just awful. It's not even funny. Bowser made me start disliking Marty. The only thing I really don't like about Marty is like sending DoorDash people, like, you know, not like, you know, people who do like work to the house and they're not going to get any money from it. As for Bowser, like, this is what I heard from somebody else. I heard that Marty wasn't like trolling with Bowser. He genuinely thought like he was doing some good, because apparently after the fight with Cyrax, like, Marty was just like out of it for weeks because he genuinely felt bad about it. And I know, as funny as it is, like, oh yeah, Marty went there and beat up Cyrax. Like, I can genuinely see why he would feel bad about like punching someone that disabled, like, in front of their house or in their neighborhood. This escape room turned into a chat room? Yeah, it absolutely did. Yeah, I have a hard enough time doing these escape rooms, like, when I'm by myself, thinking. I think I had 2 people over one time. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I remember this one. This frame here. Dude, okay, I'm sorry about that. I got a little distracted. I like you because you actually follow Rax, etc. Shit, see you in there always. Yeah, the way I started seeing it is, if I'm gonna keep up with Cyrax, like, to the utmost degree, you know, like, everything, I might as well, like, actually start, like, sharing that information. That being said, I don't usually... as much as I love to watch all the Marty streams and stuff, I can't really watch... what's it called? I can't really watch all of them, especially once you start to get into, like, I call it the Martyverse, where it's, like, MC Nemesis, what's his name? That Cyrax lookalike from the South. Was it Ricky? He does all the Chew. Just all those people. I find it hard to, like, keep track. And I remember saying, like, if I were to do videos on all of them, like, I would drink as much as Marty. Come to OsakaCon. It will be truly great. Mighty Possum's Black Dragon. Mouse Hunt. I think it's called the Rat Movie. Maybe. I remember seeing a lot of animated mice movies when I was a kid. So it could have been one of them. Don't forget, Rax tried to hire a hitman for Kate and her kids too if needed. Yeah, what were the 2 things he said? He wanted to turn their oven into a bomb somehow. He wanted them to, like, die on the highway. Like, it's... I know that Cyrax didn't do it, but the thing is, if he could have done it, like, he legitimately thought he was setting up a hit against, like, her and her kids. Like, literally, Cyrax. Let's see. Ratatouille? No, actually, I never saw Ratatouille ever. I know it's really, as strange as that might sound. Earl Doobie loves that medical chicken. Sorry, I don't really know what that means. As much as I'd love to keep up with all these guys, the amount of time keeping up with Cyrax takes on my, like, day-to-day life is crazy. It's true, Marty even said after the fight that he didn't like beating up a 43. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can absolutely see why he didn't like it. But, I mean, he did make $5,000 that night, so I guess it's, what do you value more, your money or your morals? I can see it from Marty's view. He said several times that he never thought Rax would come out of his house. Yeah, and you can't blame him for that, because he had shown up twice before. Yeah, twice he had shown up, and twice Marty didn't, twice he showed up, twice Cyrax didn't show up, so 100%. Do you have any opinions on King Cobra JFS? He has his moments, but more often boring. So, I've seen a little bit of Cobes. Like, I'm aware of him. I've seen a bit of bite-sized Cobra videos, especially because I had some people telling me that I sounded like him. So, what's it called? So, I saw a bit of that. I think that Cobes is kind of funny. Like, I've been told he's done some bad stuff, but he doesn't seem like a horrible person. When I was at that wedding, actually, like, the day after, we were sitting down watching YouTube, and we put on the hairspray video where he, like, not hairspray, sorry, hair dye, where he what's it called? Where he puts on the hair dye and he, like, goes blackface for an hour before work. Let's see, your frame rate is horrible. How much RAM you have in your PC? Ooh, I have about 16 gigabytes of RAM in this. It might honestly be my internet connection, though, because it's pretty bad. By the way, this game is really good at first run. Yeah, absolutely. I love Virtue's Last Reward. I love what's it called? 999. This is the only one I haven't beat. I remember like 4 years ago, I got so angry with this game, I watched it as a movie on YouTube. From Onion Hat, for sale, have you seen Secret of Nim? No, I'm aware of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. From Keter, hey Audenum, I just want to pop in and say your videos are great. Keep up the high quality, interesting content. Hey, thank you, I'll definitely try to do that. Like I said earlier, I don't know what my next video is going to be, but I really do hope it's good. Let's see. Cyrax could do a lot of harm to people if he had the means to. Mentally, he has no problem passing off blame and guilt. No, legit, like, Cyrax is a monster. Like, he's tried to cheat people. Oh, sorry, got that one coin. Yeah, he tries to cheat people all the time, like that Xbox, what was it? They told, the guy from Denmark who sent it to them, yeah, if you send us this Xbox, we'll pay you back half. And so the guy did, and then they just, like, they blocked him or something like that. Like, he's so delusional. Sorry, I'm referring to the chicken in the mental place Earl keeps going back to. Yeah, I saw the community post he had. What was it? Where he said, like, how every time he goes there, goes try to flirt with me. Cyrax is unpredictable sometimes. Yeah, so Cyrax, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, during the Ice Bullet thing, Cyrax legitimately thought that Marty had put a hit on him. And so, a week later, he's working with Marty. Like, he's so crazy. I remember seeing, like, another one where he's Marty's debt collector for a guy called, on a guy called Schmeckelcat. Like, he goes through some bizarre cycle every couple of days. Let's see. King Cobes is kind of chill. I don't think he's truly a bad guy. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've heard that he's done some bad things, but what's it called? I haven't seen him do anything that, like, makes me think, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. Let's see. What? I don't think Cobra not in sound. Oh, did someone? Oh, I'm in top chat. No wonder. Let me go back to live. Did someone say that I sound like King Cobra? I hope not. Cobe's story is just sad. Just sad. He has done some fucked up shit, but far less than most lolcows. Yeah, like, honestly, he seems like if I, like, ran into him after not seeing him for 5 years, like, I could have a conversation with him, no problem. Like, with Cyrax, Daniel Larson, what's his name, Elijah, Cyrus, if I ran into those guys, like, I wouldn't be able to listen to them for 5 minutes. But, like, King Cobra, if I ran into that guy, like, I'd have a drink with him. I'd go to dinner with him. Let's see. You want to give some predictions? Predictions this up-and-coming Cyrax Court Saga? So, the future, every single time I have ever made a Cyrax prediction, it is gone. It's like that scene in Breaking Bad, where Jesse says to Hank, I don't know what you're planning, but whatever it is, it's going to end up being the total opposite. That is literally how my Cyrax predictions have gone. Like, I thought he was going to get... I didn't think Marty was going to show up at his house. I didn't think they were going to race. I thought Cyrax was going to go to jail. Like, nothing. Nothing has happened that I predicted. So, whatever I say would just jinx it. Didn't Sally help him cheat the guy too? Yeah, Sally did. Sally goes through, like, all of his mail. And so, yeah, she was, like, talking with the guy from Denmark. They agreed. And then she just, like, blocked him, never gave the money. So, it's not even Cyrax that's bad. It's, like, Sally, too. Yeah, I guess you should look for more obscure lolcows like Chibi Doki. Dude, so it's funny why I actually started talking about Chibi. So, I was on 4chan's business board like 2 years ago. And I just read this green text post that was so ridiculous about Chibi. I thought, there's no way this is real. So then I actually like read the stuff and it's like, dude, this is true. So then the Chibi video, I actually wanted to do it for like a year and a half before I actually got to it. Community service, I think it's the future. Yeah, Mighty Possum. So what I'm hoping for is I hope that he gets like 100 hours of community service. Now, a lot of people won't like that, but my justification is if Cyrax goes to jail for like, not jail. Sorry, yeah, if he goes to jail for like, let's say a month. Realistically, 8 hours of sleep and then like a couple of jobs throughout the day. If he has, say, I don't know, 2 hours a day for 100 hours of community service, like on the side of the highway picking up trash, dude, he'll have to get a sleep schedule. He'll actually start having to work. Like, it'll make him so mad. Sally did my possum. Yeah, Cyrax is literally is a literal monster. He looks like a monster. His soul is like a monster, and he blamed that he is that he's an artist. Yeah. So my favorite part about Cyrax is so your whole life you're taught don't judge a book by its cover, and so what ends up happening? So Cyrax, he's as ugly on the inside as he is on the outside. And it's just crazy. It's like everything you're taught, but your gut is like right. Only true art is his existence. Thanks for all that made me lose some sympathy I had for Sally. Let's see. You don't sound like Copes? Thanks, Kitty Commander. Because I'd never heard anyone say that before. Let's see. Is he a goblin? He's emerging outside of a mist on 3-3. Confirmed it. Yeah, dude. So it literally looked like something you'd see on Nuke's Top 5. Ghost caught on camera. Like, he phases into the frame. Like, it's wild. His whole existence is being perma online. See, if being perma online, if you're making money off of it, like, that's perfectly fine. But Cyrax isn't, like... It's unbelievable how bad he set himself up. Like, if you look at him, let's say he started streaming, I don't know, making music in 2010, 2011. I know he's like 6 years older than I am. He could have actually, like, started making money, but he kept being a total degenerate, lazy, like, he's the definition of, like, pride. Like, you know when Vegeta says, like, no, he says to Trunks, no, I'm gonna let Cell get stronger, so that way I can beat him at his strongest. And Trunks just says to him, like, are you an idiot? Well, that's what Cyrax is, like, his pride is so unbelievably big for no reason. Let's see. Bronson, keep up the great content. Thank you, I will. Let's see. But yet, if Cyrax wasn't a PDF file and a general horrible person, he probably would have had a following in some small metal community, taking advantage of how he looks. Dude, so, I don't know how many people know this. In the beginning, Cyrax actually was signed up to a record label. But so he was signed up for the record label, but because like I think it was Bloodshot Records or the Bender Boys told him that they were gonna give him a better deal, he called up the guy he was working for and said like, hey, fuck you, I got a better deal, I quit. Only to like find out that it was never real. Hello world, we have finally successfully invaded Audinum's stream. Well, actually, yeah, considering this is the second one I've done publicly. The odds were not in your favor to be here. Cyrax in jail, he cried at the gate. So if Cyrax, I'm guessing, because we're gonna get the film footage, that's pretty much confirmed now, that we're gonna have like a camera crew. Because of that, sorry, what's the word? Oh, sorry, escape room, finally got a hammer. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, so I think that once he goes, like, into that, courtroom, and, like, they actually start talking to him, like, no, Cyrax, it doesn't work this way, we're not gonna hear about, I don't even know what he's gonna talk about, like, how Chicken Andy and Only Use Me Blade tried to human traffic him, what else could he go on about? How, like, Marty sent assassins to his house, how he can't go outside at night, unless it's night, because then the trolls will get him. Like, he's gonna be in for a rude awakening when they say to him, none of that matters, we're here to talk about Aware of Myself and that case. It's chest upside down. Hold on, hello world, so... Oh, hold on, actually, sorry, I think I might have just seen a hint, I'll get back to you in a second. 5564. Okay, no. Okay, sorry, where was I? Plus, Cyrax will be protected somehow in prison. It's more embarrassing to have him do community service. Yes, I want to see Cyrax on the side of the highway with an orange vest on, that stick with the point on it, just picking up garbage. I wouldn't want to see him work at, like... I don't want to see him, like, at a food kitchen, or a soup kitchen, I think they're called. Because that would be, like, absolutely disastrous. Like, everyone would get sick. So I think that would be the best community service for him. Let's see. Cyrax wants to be a rapper so bad because he uses racial slurs every time he's mad. Imagine him trying that with any real thug. So, something I really hope happens when he goes to jail. So, I've never been to jail, so I really wouldn't be able to tell you how it goes outside of movies I've seen. But I remember, what's it called? Andy Dufresne. I've only seen a bit of this movie, but at the beginning, they're all in their jail cells that night, and they're telling this fat guy, oh yeah, they're gonna love you, something like that, and he starts wailing. I think that Cyrax, once he's locked up in his cell, he's gonna go full online mode tough guy again. So like screaming, jumping up and down at the other inmates. Because he knows he's gonna be safe for like, I don't know, 8 hours, 9 hours, however much they sleep. And then, like, the moment it happened, like, they opened it, the moment, like, it's morning, he's gonna have to watch his back the rest of the day. Let's see. I wonder if the hose showers will wash away the head scabs. Probably not, because he'll just keep doing it. He'll keep scratching that head. Lol, it's the worst. He's famous for the wrong reasons and isn't making any money. A double negative. Lol. Yeah, like I remember hearing it. I've heard this multiple times. Cyrax saying, "Yeah, I made $100 a month off of Twitch, and you people took that away from me." It's like $100 a month if you're a little kid. You know what? Yeah, that's pretty good. Like as a teenager, let's say like 14 and under. Yeah, that's still pretty okay money, but then once you start to get older and you want, like, I don't know, a new computer, a phone, especially paying for a phone bill, car insurance, you realize that really isn't that much money. And he was bragging about that. As for DBZ lore, Goku did that too in the Frieza saga. Was it Sorry, I haven't seen... Okay, so... The last time I saw, like, the Frieza saga, I'd broken my ankle and I was in bed for like weeks, and I watched like all of Dragon Ball, but like I don't remember it too much because I was on painkillers for like that whole time. But I do remember Goku like saying to Frieza at the end, like, "Get out of here." Let's see. I know he ended up signing to the Bender Boys and then have it sold to Marty. Yeah, that was amazing. Hearing him like scream at them. How can you do this to me? You should join the new Real Talk Discord. I know you were in the old one. It's the normal Discord GG with at the end /Real Talk. So I always thought, Kitty, that Discord was like not the new Real Talk, but it was like Wings 007's private Discord. I mean, I guess that could be the same thing. But I just thought it was like different. Shout out Sir William Gloryhole for the camera footage permits. So I'm not sure if it was William Gloryhole because I think that 2 people like applied for it. But yeah, if he got that, 100% shout out. Let's see. If I love mommy, I use the internet rarely. Why are you doing this to me? I've done nothing wrong. Oh, so, yeah, I can't believe he yelled those things out while he acts like a gangster. Bombay, have you seen the analysis of Cyrax's teeth by Black Mamba? Faran, have you seen that? Hey, Bee's Knees. Cyrax 2013 or 2023. Oh yeah, so Faran, Cyrax is, I don't know if I've told you this before, but so there's this one video. So Sally, Cyrax's grandmother, she has a boyfriend named Ed. And one day Cyrax starts going off the rails and Ed like bops him in the mouth. And so Cyrax comes back on live stream, like with a video call. His teeth are all fucked up. And so I think it was Marty or a guy called Schmeckelcat who said, "Did Ed just like punch you in the face?" And Cyrax just yells, "Gee, I wonder why." And his teeth are like all pointed different directions. It's like something from a cartoon. Like, you know when like someone gets hit and their teeth turn to piano keys? It was like that. And somehow, literally the next day, the very next day, like his teeth are back to normal. Audenta means I dare none. So, actually, funny story. I'm not even sure what Audenta means anymore. I originally picked it because like I was doing some stupid troll and I never planned on keeping this username. And so I put something into like Google Translate and got this. And then eventually, like, I don't know, I just started using the name with everything else. Let's see. Cyrax will be locked in the special wing with the vulnerable PDF files. Only people he would see are vulnerable people like him and guards if he goes in prison. That's true. That's true. So I made them do it for one night. Gonna head out, guys? Hey, thanks for coming by, Bowler Pair. It was great seeing you. I'm pretty sure William got the permits. I could be wrong, though. Pretty sure. So I know that another, it's not Nick Ricada, but a different YouTube lawyer. I don't think it's like, what's his name? I don't think that it's, so I don't think it's not Nick Ricada, not Legal, but I know that one other guy, like, got the permits to, like, go in there and film, or at least applied. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, of course, I heard that like 2 different people were permitted to bring cameras in there. I wish Cyrax were suplexed. Dude, if he got suplexed, he would like a cartoon turn into a spring. Like, that would just break him. It would be like the Batman comic where he gets like baned. Like, just would not work. Adenum, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you are the best Cyrax creator. You are fair and give insightful opinions. Man, it's actually so hard to be fair with Cyrax because I'll be real with you, I cannot stand him. Like, especially as this goes longer and longer, like, the more I listen to him, like, it's like Marty said, it's the same thing over and over again. And I've said this in comments before, but, like, I'll be editing a video, and I'll be doing some clip of Cyrax. And because he's in the same room, same position, same sob story, same shirt, like, I have to double check the entire video and make sure, like, I'm not accidentally putting the same clip in. But yeah, so I try to make it as, like, unbiased as I can, but it is actually difficult sometimes. I wish Ed would bop him again. Rip Ed. I think it was Marty that asked. I watched a clip of it recently. Might have even been one of your videos. Well, definitely not one of mine, because so everything about Cyrax that I start talking about is pretty much mostly from December forward. Yeah, that's why I say, like, the best way to watch Cyrax stuff, at least if you have the time, would be to watch Dr. Ruth Thorne's timeline, then move on to me. Of course, that being said, there's no, like, what's the word? There's no, like, getting the full story is obviously better. I love that description of the piano keys. Thank you. I hope Kate gets to be Cyrax's new stepmommy and tongues Ed's brown eye. Dude, so if I was Ed, and I had two choices, living with Sally and Cyrax, or Kate and her kids. Well, first of all, if I was Ed, I would have been out of that house years ago. I would have gone for a pack of cigarettes and never come back. But, like, Ed even has an apartment. Like, what is he doing there? Like, I actually want to feel bad for him, but then he goes on to, like, defend Cyrax. Potentially criminal. We need Cyrax to get on the Joe Rogan Experience. So, dude, if Cyrax went on Joe Rogan, like, that would be I think he would actually be, like, one of the first people to get kicked off the Joe Rogan Experience. Like, Joe would just say to him, you know what, I've heard enough, none of what you said is true, you're out. Suplexer would be too crazy flexible in order to make Cyrax's head touch the ground from a suplex. So, you'd have to get really low doing a suplex to get Cyrax to hit his head, like. And Cyrax is squirrely too, like. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos of him, like, training, like, doing the punches. He can do these inverted, like, push-ups, where his feet are, like, I want to say 30 inches off the ground. Like, I'll admit, I can't do that myself. That being said, I also can lift a lot more than Cyrax can. But, oh, dude. Like, his workout videos remind me of those old Chris Chan ones, where he's, like, lifting up the chairs, lifting up the milk cartons. Cyrax is a talent, he's very unlikable, and he gets under people's skin easily. That is 100% true. And it's like everyone he talks to, too. It's the same thing. One of my favorite things that happened with Cyrax was he was talking with these juggalos. And so, I don't know too much about juggalos other than I don't really want to be a part of their crew. But so, Cyrax, he's talking to these juggalos, and they just ask him basic questions like, hey, what's your favorite juggalo album? Cyrax doesn't know the answer. It's like, oh, well, what's your favorite song? And he, like, names off, I think it's like the Earth, Fire, Water, Earth, How the Fuck Do Magnets Work one. Like, he only knows the most basic of answers. He's completely posing. And so they start to hate him too. I don't even think at that point they knew, like, all the stuff about him. I think it was legit, like, they just heard all this. He was just such a poser. That's sloshy, but be mighty fine for Ed to stay. Oh, I don't want to hear that, Mighty Possum. Free rent? So, Ed, that's not even a good one, because Ed has his own apartment. Like, legit, he has his own place. He could leave at any point in time and go to the peace and quiet of his own home. Like, how he is still there is actually beyond me. Like, yeah, I got it. He actually is. I mean, he's had to have the cops come in, or sorry, the ambulance come to his house and like give him, was it narcolept, or it's the stuff that like, I wish I knew what it was called, but from what I understand, what it does is it like blocks off your brain's receptors to like opioids and other certain other drugs, so that way, like, it can't get further into your system. But I mean, if you lived with Cyrax, like, if he's screaming at all hours of the night and you're hearing that, like, at what point do you start to go crazy? You're like Geno Samuel for the Rats verse, but you also cover people like Chibi. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that I'm like Geno, and man, I can tell you this, after doing these Cyrax videos, I can definitely tell, like, how Chibi feels. But I remember after, like, the Barbussy incident of 2021, where Christian did you-know-what. So, I remember Geno posted this picture, a selfie of him in bed. His eyes were just, like, wide open, and he said, yeah, there's not going to be a new documentary for a little while. And at that time, I thought, man, like, Geno, you're making a lot of money off these. Why stop? But, man, at this point, I can honestly understand what he's saying. Like, sometimes you need a break from these people. Potentially criminal is the YouTube guy who made both camera requests. Oh, I didn't know he did both. Thanks for letting me know, Amanda. Okay. Those little kicks he did, he was trying to do. Oh, yeah, dude. That fight was unbelievable. I love when people put, like, the Oblivion music on it. And, oh, Cyrax. I don't understand, like, what he thought he was doing. Like, he thinks it was, like... So, I actually looked this up. So, Ohio does have a castle doctrine. But, like, in no way does what he did, like, justify what happened. So, walking out there with a bit... And I don't know why Sally and Ed didn't try to stop him. Unless, like, they wanted a peaceful night. Just a peaceful night. Stream time, woo? Yeah, second time. Testing out the Mini. Apparently the stream's been a bit choppy, but from what I've seen so far, it seems pretty okay. At least compared to my gaming PC, which would never be able to do this. Ironically, because that one's got a graphics card, and the Mini does not. Let's see. Zach's doing training vids for the fight along with Marty the second time he came to visit was so funny. Are you talking about the one where he, like, played UFC to train to fight Marty? And, yeah, he played UFC to get ready to fight Marty, and he started hydrating by drinking coffee. Like, honestly, I don't know how things work in his mind. Like, I can understand, like, if you watch somebody do something long enough, like, you'll get the idea on what to do. Like, you see people do those Fortnite dances, and literally they don't practice. They're just like, they've seen their guy do it so much, they know what they're doing. But like, Cyrax playing UFC would do nothing. And I don't know about you guys, like, how much coffee you've drank, but like, at some point, you literally have to stop. Like, I think I was 17, and I did my record for most coffees I've ever had in my life. And it was like 16. Dude, like, I felt so fucked that night. It's unbelievable. Juggalos are insufferable. When I was in high school, they got super mad when I made fun of ICP and called it insane clown. Oh, so I've only met one Juggalo in my entire life. And so let me tell you this story. So I met the guy, I want to say 2 or 3 times. And I haven't seen him in, I want to say 5 years. But he's like cousins with my, he was married to my cousin's Sorry, he was married to my friend's cousin. And so, haven't heard much about him in years. Apparently one night, the guy got drunk, and his bathroom had like a step. He fell down, like smashed his teeth on the toilet seat. And that's all I can think about when I think of Juggalo. It's like, ugh. That's the point in this. That's the point in his life. He is a poser. He don't actually care anything but himself. Yeah, he legit does not care about anything besides himself. Juggalo's starting to kill me, and I said I'd do it again too. Oh, sorry, Mr. N. I didn't even read your username. Yeah, dude, those guys... I wish I could know some of their traditions. It's like, I saw Marty on a stream with a couple of them one time. And one of them pulled out some necklace. I don't even know what the symbol was. He was like, you know how I earned this? By going to jail for standing up for what I believe in. And apparently what the guy believed in, like, he like punched his teacher or something. I usually watch these things at like 2 times speed, so I don't really hear a lot of it if I'm like listening like that. But it's like, oh, future, listen, if Ed is looking for that, he can find it many places. Isn't it called Narcon, something like that? Yes, 100% Mighty Possum it is. They're being told by the police that the castle doctrine doesn't count. It was a sidewalk, aware of myself as retreating too. There's no risk to the family. Yeah, so he said, what's it called? So he said, yeah, so he said that because the sign had fighting words on it, that sign then became legally a weapon. Like, I don't know how he comes up with these things. Like, he legit thinks... He also said, like, and when my neighbor picked up that also became a weapon. Like, Cyrax, come on. Oh, wait. Oh. Let's see, where are we in the comments? I might just go steal this game. Dude, I'm telling you, Amanda, this is a good game. Obviously, I'm not doing very good at trying to, like, figure out these puzzles while I'm also talking to the chat. But it actually... So, if you're going to play this one, I would suggest getting a different game first called Zero Escape the Nonary Games. Because this game does have, like, a story. And this is the third in the trilogy. Technically, it takes place in between 1 and 2, but you'd really understand if you played the first 2 before. The story is really, really interesting, and it's filled with, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I would highly recommend playing it, though. Let's see. Cyrax thinks he's in the Matrix, and him watching it means he can do it, Lamau. Dude, so, yeah, so Cyrax, from what I understand, his brain is like a combination of wrestling, anime, and Fast and the Furious. Like, if it's not from one of those 3 things, it doesn't really come to his head. Like, oh, I don't know how his brain works. I said the other day, like, man, what I'd do to, like, have an hour inside his head and know what his understanding of the law is, but that'd be like, you know, in those Cthulhu, games and books, like, oh, somebody looks into the abyss, or they look at Cthulhu and they go mad. That's definitely what would happen to me. Juggalos are incel fedora Reddit guys in disguise. So I can understand liking their music. No, personally, I don't really like the ICP music. I mean, I haven't really listened to it, not gonna lie. But I can understand, oh, if they like it, why not talk to other people who like the same music? I can get that. But, like, to start some unhinged culture around it, it's just so bizarre. And especially, like, they have their own little achievements, they dress up all weird. Like, I just don't get that one. Juggalos are some of the shittiest people I've ever met. I'm glad the FBI has them labeled as a gang. Dude, so my personal favorite people that the FBI is labeled as like a gang are PETA. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So back in the 90s, I believe it was, John, what's his name? One of the Beatles, not Yoko, Paul McCartney, I think it was. So he went on to debate the premier of an island called Newfoundland, because Newfoundland had this ceiling, they had this ceiling was like a big thing in their economy. And so Paul McCartney, like, being told by the premier, yeah, this is what we do it. If you want, we'll take you down here. We'll tell you exactly, we'll show you exactly what goes on. We don't club seals. Most of them are killed by bullet. And so Paul McCartney just says, but Danny, we are in Newfoundland. And then Danny says to him, you're not in Newfoundland, you're in PEI, which is a completely different island that I want to say if you go by, so if you're in a drive from like the tip of Newfoundland to PEI taking like ferries, I think it would like take 16 hours. Completely different place. Iconic a Hatchet Man symbol looks very vaguely to a word I don't think I can say on YouTube. Dude, I'm not sure which like, is that like a Juggalo one? The neighbor is such a goat. Yeah, 100%. When he picked, like, all those neighbors that started chanting pedo in the streets at Cyrax. Like, I don't know how he could think. I don't know how Cyrax could, like, look himself in the mirror after that. Like, I would be so ashamed if all my neighbors were against me and got to the point where, like, one of them picks up a sign and starts screaming at me outside of my house. Chance posted about Jimmy Buffett's death on Facebook. Yeah, I saw that. He said something like, you will be missed. Yeah, N-word Boy reposted that in a community post. Like, I don't know how Cyrax cannot stay off the internet. Chad is distracting you too much. That might be true, Mighty Possum. That might be true. But, so, I mean, so far, what have we done? We got the music box out of the fireplace. We got the coin that was in there, put it in here. We used the, what's it called, fire poker to lift this up. If you look at this, like, upside down, it kind of looks like chess, which has we have a chessboard right here. Besides that, I don't know what to do with the jam. I don't know what to do with the oil, the candles, the knights, the roulette board, the booze, the smokes, like, none of this. But we are making progress, and we've still got a while left. Let's see. They're poser tough guys, and they think dressing in all black makes them look threatening, and drinking some discount soda called Faygo. Yeah, so, dude, I've only seen Faygo once in my life outside of, like, online, and that was at that guy's place who, like, fell down and smashed his teeth off the toilet. And so, you can't get Faygo where I live. Like, if you were gonna buy the cheap off-brand soda, it would be a kind called Big 8. So, this guy literally imported Faygo and put it up on a mantle. Like, could you imagine doing that? Like, I don't know if you've seen soda, like, because in my parents' basement, I remember one time I found, like, this bottle of soda, and it looked disgusting on the inside, because it was, like, 10 or 15 years old. Like, I don't know why would you have a bottle of Faygo on your mantelpiece? See, I died when I saw the neighbor pick it up and walk towards Thenwall. Yeah, dude, that was actually so funny. And of course, at that time, we didn't have any audio for that video. So all we had was Aware of Myself saying, yeah, and then the neighbor picked up the sign and started, like, screaming. And then we got the audio version, and my favorite one was when you could hear the entire neighborhood yelling it. Like, that's all I really have to say. That was such a good day. Let's see. Anyhow, this was fun to watch. I need to go to sleep and change my breaker plates. Well, thanks for coming by, Rio. Have a good night, buddy. I'll be like it'd be like 3-hour job. Fun morning coming up. No, I get that. Thanks for coming by again. Oof, see into the void of Cyrax. You'll never be the same again. Yeah, legit, like, So I've seen pictures of what I'm gonna call the mushroom, just to keep it safe here. That was an eye-opener. The fidget spinner video is actually like astounding. I don't know how he thought that would work, because he's like screaming in it. I've actually never seen the stylus video. I'm well aware of it, but I refuse to check it out. What's it called? I'm aware of many other pictures of Cyrax that I will never look at, because they're all like absolutely terrible. Yeah, it's their symbol. Okay, thanks, Holy Pepperoni. So far, we've talked about lol cows and distract you, lol. Well, like I said at the beginning, I'm really just doing this stream because I need gameplay because I'm at a shortage. I actually spent like an hour yesterday playing Shovel Knight, so I got a bit of... Well, I'm able to fend off a little bit with gameplay there. I know this isn't super exciting, but it's still something. Sure, I could just have like a picture of myself in the background. Wouldn't really affect too much, but I feel like having a bit of movement in your B-roll footage actually like helps with keeping people who are watching the video engaged. I feel bad for Fago being so closely related with those savages. Yeah, dude, could you imagine, like, you say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna make a poverty soda. It's gonna be aimed at people who, like, are down their luck, they got families. And then, like, some group of crazy people, like, co-opt your soda. Oh, hold on, sorry. Okay, sorry, back to the escape room. So, okay, everything is upside down, except this E is backwards. So, maybe, just maybe... Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe, for the roulette table, because that E was backwards, it's CHSS? No, okay, never mind. Sorry, let me get back to chat real fast. Lamount importing discount soda. They see the Fago as a status symbol of poverty. They wear poverty as a badge of honor. Yeah, dude, I never understood that. It's like, I can absolutely understand, like, making the best of what you have. Like, you know, like, seeing, like, okay, you know what, I might not have that much money. I can't afford very expensive stuff, but I'm gonna work ahead, try and get better. But to, like, look at your... Like, I heard this story of someone I know. And so, they're native. They lived on a reserve, and they left. And, like, apparently all the people that were there started, like, talking shit about her, saying, oh, she thinks she's too good for the reserve. So, I think it's like that with, like, these ICP people. Like, they see themselves in a bad situation, and rather than say, hey, you know what, I'd like to make this better... They just say, well, I'm going to stay here with other people and, like, judge people for trying to make themselves better. They can't do anything, of course. The mushroom looks infected. I'm actually proud I've never seen the spinner video. I've seen the stylus one, though. Dude, Possum, I will say this. Once you've seen it, there's no going back. Of course, for the thing itself. The stylus video I've never seen. The fidget spinner one, I did start laughing, because, of course, I've only seen this thing one time, but I swear at one point he starts going like... And it's just so funny. As disgusting as it is. Wise choice. Worse when you're scrolling Marty's Discord and you see Cyrax's mushroom unprepped. Yeah, so I'm on that server. I use it every now and then, but like, people on it are wild. It's good especially when like Marty's streaming, or like, yeah, it's good when Marty's streaming, because like, you have a chat you can talk in that's not like so fast. So I like it in that regard. It's also kind of good for like talking about certain events, like when Jim was streaming the other day, me and some people were talking about like his cancer. But now a lot of people like talk about Foodie Beauty and other people who I'm not really too aware of. So it's hard to stay in there sometimes. Dren, we should play Left 4 Dead 2 together, Denton. Well, I gotta warn you, my internet connection is pretty bad, but with the Mini, I might be able to make that happen. No, I swear, like, I'll be playing Xbox, and, like, I was playing Warzone the other day, and I'm guessing my Xbox does not have a Wi-Fi 6 card, and so it's just like, disconnect, disconnect. Which, of course, sucks, but it happens. Let's see. On the last 2 hours were stupid. They were Dude, I saw that live, Kyler. I saw that live. Yeah, so they were scrolling through like his community tab because I swear Daniel Larson posts more community posts in a day than I have the entire year. Like, and I remember like January, February, March. I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to get a video out every day, but you know what? I can make a meme every day and upload that. Eventually it got to the point where I said, you know what? This is a bit much. Daniel Larson is somehow able to, like, post... I think Dr. Ruth Thorne one time, I was watching him stream. And so, Daniel Larson posted, like, 150 community posts in the span of 8 hours. Like, I don't have a calculator on me right now, but... that's a lot. Let's see, we have Poverty Soda here in rural PA. Sorry, I'm not American. That's Pennsylvania, right? It's insanely good. It uses real sugar. It's somehow cheaper than name brand despite using pure cane sugar. Yeah, where I live too, we have our stuff made at, I don't want to say the company, but essentially they use real sugar too, as opposed to like corn syrup. And it's all like Pepsi stuff. So it's actually like pretty good. For that wedding I went to, it was like on the mainland. And dude, it was like, I swear the Pepsi was like thin. It's weird. I caught it on the archive, thankfully missed the Larson mushroom though. Dude, so it's bad. It's actually like, so I can't really talk about this stuff without like worrying about the stream. I'll probably like take this down an hour later and post on my Rumble. But I was on somewhere and they were talking about Daniel Larson. And there was this video. He takes like, you know Honey Nut Cheerios, and they always show like the Honey Dipper in it. So this motherfucker shoved it like up there and then licked it. Like, what? It was actually like disgusting. What soda, Mr. N? Yeah, actually, I'd like to know too. Fago's really good though, especially the cotton candy flavor. Not a juggalo, by the way. I don't know. I like cotton candy, but I don't really like all the cotton candy flavored stuff. It might be because like when I was a kid, I had this cotton candy flavored ice cream, and I thought it was like really gross. But I don't know. I prefer like cream soda. At least I know that cream soda has a different flavor all over the world, so at least where I am, it's got like a similar taste, but I like it better. Let's see. Crabs in a bucket, 100%. I think they chose to exist in bad situations though. Juggalos actively go out of their way to be outcasts and misfits because they see it as a virtue. No, I can 100% see that. Like, especially like if you have not much and you go to like a group that's like open, willing to take people in. I could see easily why people would do that. It's like, what's a good one that I could think of that's similar? Like, I can't really think of a good term, a good comparison, honestly. Fidget spinner vid, yeah, and NCID. I suggest you don't search it up unless you're like very curious. They do be wilding. I love it. Anybody got a link to Marty's Discord? So Amanda, the way I understand it, Marty, as the server admin, he's the only one that is able to give out links. So the average person can't do it. I'm actually a moderator in the server, believe it or not, and I don't even think I can like add people. So what I believe you have to do is go to a Marty stream, and at some point he'll drop a link in chat, and only then will you like get an active link. And even then, I think it's only like for 24 hours. Like that, it's active. Once you're in, you're in. Don't search it. You're too innocent for the fidget spinner video. Yeah, I agree. Listen to Mighty Possum. The soda is Cookstown. Okay, yeah, I've definitely never heard of that. 150 plus 8 is, oh sorry, 150 divided by 8 is like a 19 an hour. Yeah, like it's unhinged. 19 an hour, I guess that would come down to like, what, once every 5, sorry, I'm not very good at math. But yeah, it's definitely a ton, like an hour. No, not the honey dipper. I know. The normal flavor of Faygo is just cream soda. I did not know that. Yeah, I figured it would be like cola, like all the others. I think your internet is good enough for Left 4 Dead 2. Well, Mr. N, if you want, I use the same name on my Steam. You can send me a friend request. After that, we could probably plan out a time to play. Once every 3 or so minutes, I think. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like, it's so much. Like, I don't even know how we could come up. Like, I double post the other day by accident because my internet cut out as I hit post. And I guess, like, went through afterwards. And so I had 2 things announcing Jim's stream. And I thought, man, that's a lot of posts in one day. And dude, he had so many. Ooh, okay, I'll accept this after the stream. Let's see. Alright, now the chat's died down a little. Let's see what we can do with this. Larson puts out more community posts in an hour than Cyrax thinks in a day. Dude, so this is another one of my theories. I don't know how true it is. So I don't think that Cyrax like really has thoughts. I think like he's like a parrot where he has responses and he knows like what to say back, but he doesn't really have any thoughts himself. Of course, that's just me, really. And I could definitely be wrong. Alright, so let's see. We got 1 out of 5 coins. Need 4 more. I definitely think this chest box is... It's sometimes hard to even believe Rax ain't like a professional wrestler. Status just being influenced to speak that paid. Yeah, dude, if he was like a wrestling announcer, could you imagine? Like, he would be so iconic. But I mean... I remember one time he actually blew out his voice from screaming so much. And you gotta remember, that boy only has 1 single lung. Like, that's it. Let's see. It's messed up how Cyrax has an understanding of right and wrong, yet still chooses to do wrong. I've had family members that weaponize disabilities to get pity points. Yeah, Cyrax does that, like, constantly. So what he does is, like, he'll use the fact that he looks like a wild ferret, as Marty said. He'll take that, and, like, people will see him, and for the first time, not knowing anything about him, they'll say, oh, man, I actually feel bad for this guy. Which, of course, does make sense, because you see him, and that's the first thing you think. It's like, oh man, this poor guy, people are bullying him because of his looks. And only like the people who like dig deeper get to find out like, no, he's actually worse than everyone describes him as. Like, it really is insane. Okay, let's see. He parrots and reacts. It's all the goblin knows how to do. He can't think through. He can't think through. He just has to do. Yeah, like he'll grab like I wish I had that video still where he picks up like a mic stand and starts threatening Marty like it's some weapon. It's like, I don't know if you got, there's some shows like when you were a kid, like the main character will like fantasize about being a spaceman or something, and like in his head he'll like have a ray gun like shooting at people. I feel like that's what Cyrax does. Like, if you've ever seen that meme where like, oh, that motherfucker can't conjure a cow spinning in his head, because some people like can't like imagine objects properly. I feel like Cyrax is like the exact opposite, where he sees himself so much differently. Fish spinner up there with two. So Mr. N, I would say, because I've never seen that video either, like I couldn't be tricked in middle school into watching it, because everyone on TV, like there's a Family Guy joke about it, like movies were talking about it. So luckily I've never seen that video. I'd say it's more comedy, because I did get a laugh out of it, but it's still pretty gross. What country is UB-do? I currently live in Canada. I was born at 1 pound something with 1 lung, etc., etc. If you're in your you're in your 30s now, Chase. Yeah, so I can understand saying like, yeah, like I could have died when I was born, but he takes that to an extreme. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like he looks at that one instance, and somehow that's the biggest part of his life, something that he can't even remember. And then Sally, who took care of him during all that time, he treats like garbage. It's actually amazing to watch. And I kind of feel bad for Sally, but she actually like encourages all his behavior. Okay, sorry, back to this game. Okay, so if this is an something H. Sorry, let me try this real fast. Oh, no. Where were we? I think it was a tripod or something, the Tink Tink video. Yeah, dude, I was looking for that video so much the other day, but I couldn't find it, and I was really upset about that. Because it was such a good video, especially if you compare it to, like, the Hammer video. You know, where he, like, tells Marty he's got Viking blood. It was just so good. And the fact that he didn't even see how ridiculous it looked, hearing, like, tink, 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 as he was saying, Marty, you better not fucking show up here. Have you heard Cyrax's newest defender, Cyrus? Yeah, I absolutely have, Mr. N. So, I watched the Fed Smokers Fiends videos before they were taken down. And at first, when I saw him, I was like, okay, guy doesn't know anything about Cyrax, because they were questioning him about it, and he was like, he didn't know. So at that point, it's like, you should really look into Cyrax before you start talking about him like that. But I could understand, like, because we discussed earlier, like, people will see him and say, oh, well, maybe they're just bullying him because of that. Well, no, Cyrus found out the truth, and he doubled down. And then he got exposed for being the same thing. What game you recommend first? Well, Amanda, so for the trilogy, there are 2 games you can play first. There's 999, which came out first, and Virtue's Last Reward. They're both in a collection called the Nonary games. They're both really good, and you can actually really play them in either order. Like, I played the second one first and then the first. What's it called? Like, they're both different. Like, what? The first one, 999, takes place on a sinking ship, and you got to escape all these rooms. But it's really weird. So it's kind of like combining Saw with an escape room game. And the second one is more of like you're in a building stuck and you got to get out. I really couldn't recommend one. 999 was remastered with new visuals. Went from like pixel art on the DS to like HD assets. So if you're more into that, I would go with that. Virtue's Last Reward, on the other hand, had 3D models, which have now been upscaled to HD. Let's see, I've known people like that. A woman near me had cancer 20 or 30 years ago, and she said she wouldn't have to work because of it. She is fully fit and able now. Dude, yeah, that's terrible. It's like I said earlier, like, I broke an ankle like 6 years ago, and once I was able to start working again, like, I went straight to that. Probably could have milked it and like gotten an easier position, but no. Hey Shotgun Chris, I'm playing a game called Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma right now. Essentially, it's an escape room game, and I've been a little stuck for the past 20 minutes, I'd like to say. I seriously got in an argument with Cyrus over why it's wrong to beat your grandma. I even posted the court records link in his comments. He says it's just a mistake, like stealing from this. What? Dude, how do you... So, I don't know how that... What is he even saying? A mistake like stealing from the store? Like... The only time I think, like, stealing from a store would be understandable is, like, if you got if the cash register clerk, like, forgets to scan something, you walk out thinking that you paid for it, and they think that you paid for it. And then, like, you realize when you get home, my bill looks a little, like, low. Like, it's not a mistake, it's a deliberate action. We were talking about him earlier, Mr. N, the PDF file? Yeah, we did talk about him at the beginning. He threatened Marty with a gun. Yeah, dude, Cyrex threatened Marty with a tripod. I just want to go back to Cyrus for a second because... So, Marty actually called into him. And Cyrus, like, or Elijah, as he doesn't like to be called, literally just, like, hung up on Marty and said, yeah, I could tell what you're trying to do. Or how do you say it? It's like, yeah, I could tell what you're trying to do. I can't stand the way he talks. Let's see, if Cyrax had his tripod with him, 3-3 would have ended very differently. That's how his brain works. Dude, can you imagine, like, Cyrax walking up to Marty with that tripod and, like, extending it as he, like, screams at Marty like a weapon in Bloodborne? Yeah, that tank video was something beyond. Can you break that big pink bottle on the bar shelf with a hammer? So, I clicked on it before, and all I've got is this guy saying he wants to drink it. So what I think I have to do right now... So, right here, we've got, like, chess written upside down. With 5564. And so, on the roulette table, we've got this little, well, where we can put in, what's it called? We can put in, like, a code. So I thought it was like the chess. So if the 5 is S, if the 4 is H, 5, 5, 4, uh-oh, what was the other one? B, was it? Let me go back and check that real fast, actually. Yeah, so I think the roulette table is what I need to do. Yeah, 5564. Wait. Okay, hold on. If a 6 is a G... Oh, fuck. Sorry. No, so... Little difficult. He tried to say that when you're young at 22 years old, you make mistakes like stealing from the store, or in this case, beating your grandma. Yeah, what Cyrax did was not a mistake. He wanted to walk all the way to Kansas City. Or Kansas? One of the two. Well, I guess, obviously, he wanted to walk to Kansas, considering Kansas City is in there. He needs the extra reach. His pterodactyl arms don't reach far. Yeah, like, I was watching Biff the Werewolf last night. He was doing his lolcow roundup. And so he's watching this video of Cyrax, and Cyrax takes off his shirt. And man, the shoulder blades on him were like something from an Oblivion character's face. Like, it was crazy. I can't understand the way Cyrus... Oh man, it's so hard to read. I'll see Cyrus, and I'll read it as Cyrax. Cyrus fills his glasses all the time. Dude, Shotgun Chris, I hate the way, like, he talks. It's... Like, I've worked with a guy before who, like, sounds and acts like him. Especially, like, with how like, unopened his eyes are as he talks. Like, people will make fun of Cyrax for, like, having his eyes closed the entire time. But Cyrus is, like... It's like how, you know how Batman the Animated Series, how, like, narrow the whites of his eyes are? It's like that's how wide his eyes are open. See, he needs the... Oh, sorry, I already read that. I want to find Cyrus again so I can mess with him. Not regret calling into a show when I had the chance. No, man, absolutely understandable. Like, so he kicked out Fed, got Fed's channel banned, which is... That's one thing I don't like. It's like, if you're gonna beef with somebody, whatever, but try to get their channels, like, taken down. And I mean, honestly, this might sound bad, but it kind of goes both ways. Because I don't mind Cyrax's Twitch accounts getting taken down, but his YouTube accounts are like a little vault of all the stuff that he's done. And even though he deletes his stuff a lot of the time, like, a lot of old Cyrax stuff is just not archived properly. Let's see. Wrong order. You did SSHE. It's SSEH. Okay, okay. Oh. Well, looks like we were both wrong. If that's the code, I don't know, lol. Let's see. It's like I said, there's a reason why this game came out in 2016, and I'm still trying to beat it. The 3 years thing drives me crazy. Serene Sky, what's that exactly? I'm not, like, if it's Cyrus, a lot of, like, I've seen the Fed Smoker videos and his re-uploads, but I haven't really got to see much else. Elijah always seems to be talking down to somebody no matter what he's saying. Yeah, like, he is so incredibly rude talking to people. Like, it pisses me off. It's like, bro, you were in no position to talk to people like that. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I just, like, had to bend over and get my head upside down looking at this thing. I don't know. This one's... Let's see. Thoughts on buddy trolls. Man, so I can kind of understand where some people think, like, oh man, I'm gonna pretend to be Cyrax's friend, and then I'm gonna betray him. Because we've seen that before, especially like Blue Spike with Chris Chan, all the gal pals, and a lot of them are like really remembered well. But like with Cyrax, like, there's never been a good buddy troll. Like, legitimately not one. The closest I can think of is like whenever him and Marty join forces. But even then, it's not like either of them believe like they're each other's friend. It's because it's more of a, they instantly turn to Tom and Jerry, both planning on betraying the other one like at their first chance. So, I don't really like buddy trolls, especially when they send him stuff, because that actually never turns out very well. Let's see. I know Mark's the Noob talked to Elijah too. I'm not sure who that guy is. CBG shared a post saying they had found Elijah, but the voice sounded kinda iffy. I don't think Elijah is that good at voices. No, I'd say like the closest thing he can do to a voice is like raise his pitch up and down. And even then, like, he might be able to slow down his voice, but he's already pretty slow at that. Buddy trolls serve a purpose, but in my eyes, once certain stuff has been exposed, there's really no need, and they just provide the lolcow with comfort. Yeah, like, especially sending Cyrax stuff is what gets me. Or people like what's his name? AJ. So, he's a guy, Cyrax started liking his stuff on Facebook, genuinely didn't know the story. And then he had a stream, Marty came on, the Cyrax lookalike came on, Cyrax came on, and there was like 2 hours later of people like telling AJ what Cyrax was. And so the next day, AJ made an apology video, said, listen guys, I didn't know about this, I'm sorry, Cyrax, you're banned off everything I do, don't come to my Facebook page, don't come to my channel, don't listen to my music, I want nothing to do with you. And so for that, completely understandable, completely fine, I agree with. But again, for people who like go out of their way to like befriend him, it's only like gonna hurt yourself, especially if like someone like William Gloryhole gets a hold of it. How Cyrus Fox sounds like a 3-year-old. Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Like, seriously. He's really slow. I don't like the way he talks. I mean, I know that might be sounding mean, but I just have a hard time listening to it. Like, legit, if it wasn't for Fed Smoker also, I wouldn't be able to sit down and listen to him talk by himself. Good voice for streaming. Thank you, MCID. You're right about the archiving issues with Cyrax. I regret not saving his laughably bad Resident Evil 4 record. He literally threw a grenade at one enemy. Dude, Cyrax played Resident Evil 4. Did he film it with his, Oh, so that's another thing I want to talk about. Cyrax, I don't know how he did this stream. So, this is what Tyler, Bloodshot Records Tyler said to me. So, the way he streams is he uses his laptop webcam. And so, the reason why you always hear that buzzing is because he's got that, well, the reason why he has that is because of the fan in his laptop. When he streamed himself playing Fortnite the other day, he had one laptop's webcam hooked up to him, like set to him, and one set to the TV. Like, legitimately, I don't know how he did that. I genuinely don't. It was after his Xbox was fried too, so he was playing the GameCube. Oh, dude, I remember that. I actually have the GameCube version too, but I didn't get super far, and I bought it on Steam. I still haven't played it in like years though. I really like that one. The strike he got fed was the last straw. He went on his panel willingly, and now we're gonna find evidence on him. Still, he goes around striking people. He has a child-sized ankle and handcuffs. Yeah, dude, I saw the handcuffs. What was it? I don't know if it was Fed he was talking to, but it was somebody. And he said like, yeah, this is the way that it's gonna happen. Or, I don't even know how to properly do his voice. I'm just gonna say what he said. He's like, yeah, this is the way it's gonna go. You come here, I'm gonna shove you down to the ground and do a citizen's arrest with these handcuffs. And I mean, I don't think, no, okay, not I don't think, I know for a fact that's not how it works. Like, I think the rules, especially for like Castle Doctrine, again, I don't know what state Elijah lives in, but it's like, if you wouldn't shoot the mailman for doing the same thing, you can't really shoot somebody else. So if I assume that goes to like handcuffs too, with, what's the word? Not entrapment, where you like hold someone against their will. Like detaining maybe? So yeah, I definitely think like, if he tried that, he'd get in so much trouble. And I don't want to, again, sound mean, but he does not look like he could overpower many people. Resident Evil 4 record? I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, he like films the he films the TV screen DSP style. If I remember properly. The cuffs were defo child size, no matter what Elijah says. Dude, I'll have to re-look at that, because when I saw the handcuffs, I just thought like regular handcuffs. I remember when I was a kid, I had like a plastic pair. Of course, they were like from the dollar store and wouldn't really do anything unless you're like a baby or a toddler, but still. He's the best audio engineer though, LMFAO. So I've seen Cyrax do some things that I'm willing to admit I can't do. Like, I think it's not JF Studio, it's some music making software. Obviously, I'm sure if I tried to like look into it, I could probably learn. Like, what was it? The other day I was trying to learn Stable Diffusion for like AI generated artwork of like people. And I'm not gonna lie, that was like pretty tough, and I'll have to go through the courses again. But like, if I wanted to, I could probably do what Cyrax is doing. But at the moment, he's better than I am at it. That being said, I also have never filmed something with the buzzing he has. It's the ring light. Does he have a ring light? That was the ring light that... Does he have a ring light? I've never seen that. Cyrax can't do anything right. That's 100%. You ever think it'd be like it do, but it doesn't? All the time. Do what? It's horrible, falling down the wall covers, finding yourself quoting them and laughing to yourself. You can't explain it to normal people. Dude, so when the first few months of me like looking into Cyrax, I remember like going to bed and I would just start laughing like in bed because of all the stupid shit I read about him doing that day. And I wouldn't be able to sleep because of it. Like, if there's one reason to be up, I guess that's like a good one. But still. His citizen's arrest video sounded more like he wanted to engage in some BTS bondage crap, lol. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Imprisonment? Yeah, 100% serene, thank you. Boring. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, DLB. Cyrus has way too many constantly engaged in some questionable antics. Horrible to think about. Literal drawer. No way! He has a whole drawer. What? Dude. Okay, so I mean, I can't even see, like, really a good reason to have one pair of cuffs. If a whole drawer? Like, how many is that supposed to be? It didn't Elijah say 16 hard drives / external storages. So what I remember hearing him say was he said, and don't quote me on this, but he said, so if I were to show you my hard drives, you then wouldn't believe, you'd say something else, so I'm not going to show you them. And dude, 16 terabytes? I mean, I would kill for that much storage, but oh, that's... I don't even know what to say about that. I have some massive drives, and even I couldn't justify 16 of them. He's possibly running some questionable things on them. Well, okay, so my main PC has, what is it? It had about 1.5 gigs of storage on it. And so I got a new hard drive, which was 4 gigabytes. Mostly for all this video stuff I do, and that is now filled almost to 3.5. But I mean, Elijah, I can't see what he would honestly be doing with that much storage, unless it is like actually starting to get questionable. Let's see. Oh, sweet, caught up with the chat. Okay, let's see. One is really making me question it. Okay, 5564X. Dude, if I was stuck in this escape room, I would not make it out. Like, I would actually die. Let's see. Yeah, he got costumes, wigs, handcuffs, and suspicious hard drives in a drawer. Definitely a PDF. Maybe even worse than Well, you know what? I could see how he could be worse if he actually leaves the house. Because that's one of the benefits of Cyrax. He's sort of stuck in that attic, like he can't leave. But, so Elijah, from what I understand, doesn't he actually have a job? I mean, I could be wrong, but I'd assume he does. And I don't really see him as someone who could work from home with a skill set. Hopefully not offending anyone. Let's see, he said gigabyte, he meant terabyte. Where risky at, lol. Oh, dude, I don't know. That would definitely be interesting if Risky called into his stream to talk to him. Maybe say like, I know what you are. I have 5 terabytes on my... Ooh! Oh, sorry, I misread that. I have 5 terabytes on my laptop. To need that many terabytes really makes me think he's hosting files. Dear God, it's a horrifying thought. Massive HDDs are cheap too in terms of file storage. Yeah, I've got a garbage 2 terabyte hard drive. That being said, I would not use it for anything important. Yeah, you actually got to get a good one for that. Let's see. He talked about how it's not. Oh, dude, I remember hearing that quote. Ugh, actually disgusting. Didn't he try to get Discord servers taken down by posting that too? Spin. Oh. Can I spin it? Oh. No, not letting me, Saren. Or did you mean... Yes. Oh, fuck yeah! Thank you, Saren! Alright, roulette wheel. I just wanted the coin, but... Alright. We're actually making a little bit of progress now. I think Elijah does not sure though. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. N. I saw Risky and Marty stream earlier. If it was the real Risky. Elijah makes me feel dirtier than Rax does. Yeah, Risky is always in different streams. He's been to a couple of my premieres. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the real him. Also, I'm pretty sure that he's, what's it called? I'm pretty sure it's the Risky in Marty's Discord as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was him there. Let's see, is it... Oh yeah, and I agree though. Elijah maybe it's because I've been so desensitized to Cyrax. But yeah, Elijah's definitely making me have a few questions now. Wow, spin after all that trying to make chest fit. Yeah, legit. Because you can see what I'm saying, right? So the whole room has a gambling theme. The chessboard is right here. All the stuff is upside down. And so I thought that it was all it was is telling it to do what it's supposed to do. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Kenny? Not too much, just trying to get some gameplay right now. And the way I saw it was, this game is pretty slow, so I could probably read chat at the same time. And I wanted to test out my mini PC and its streaming capability. Considering it's got its CPU is 3 times as good as my gaming PC's, and it's got a Wi-Fi 6 board. Risky has always been a buddy troll. Yeah, he bought him the katana, the PC, the metal hood from, what's it called, the Project Ghostwire video. Honestly, I would not spend... I was gonna say I would not spend nearly that much money on Cyrax, but actually, I wouldn't spend a cent on that boy. No, so I wouldn't do that. Oh. Risky. I just don't know what his end goal is. Giving Cyrax all this stuff, Cyrax literally heard, yeah, Risky said you were on Xbox instead of talking to Kate. And so he denounced Risky, said, fuck you. Did that. And apparently Risky's like back in his inner circle. At least that's what I've heard. I wouldn't be surprised, because like I said before, Cyrix literally lets anyone back in. Okay. Oh, alright, team. See, I'm going to read this quickly before I try and make this heart. Okay, terrifying since Elijah is definitely more intelligent than Cyrax. He's lying about not being tech savvy. Yeah, like, he's an idiot, don't get me wrong, but he's 100% smarter than Cyrax. And I mean, if you can hold down a full-time job, like I'm assuming Elijah has, I could be wrong, like, you can fly anywhere, really. Risky has always been a buddy troll, 100% he has. Oh, sorry, did I just skip something? He's no genius, that's for sure, yeah. I see I've been busy as hell. I'm glad the mini PC is working out, bro. Yeah, dude, honestly, you have no idea how good this mini PC is. Like, it used to be, for my gaming PC, I would render a video, and for 1080p, 60 frames per second, it would take me 3 minutes per minute I was rendering. With the mini PC, it's down to 40 seconds of rendering per minute of 1080p, 60 frames per second. Like, it's actually such a difference, it's amazing. Because before it was like, if I realized I made a mistake, like, an hour and 40-minute video would turn into like an entire day of rendering for one mistake. Let's see. Elijah knows how to hide things better than Rax, plus he's really skittish, so the usual ways don't work with him. But hearing Elijah rage is just as good as Rax for me. Yeah, seeing him like get scared whenever Fed Smoker calls in or Marty, and then he tries to defend himself saying like, oh, well, I know what they're doing, I know what they're trying to do, it's not gonna work. Like, you can tell he's hiding something, and the fact that he got into this community not knowing what it's capable of, he's gonna learn real fast. Risky wants to go down in lore maybe, but how pathetic must the man be? So, I know that there is currently a Cyrax Wikipedia on fandom, and I believe that Risky has a short article. So, if that's what he's going for, he's already there. I don't believe Michael Hacking's theory that Risky is Burger Boy. I think that's a little crazy. Let's see. Risky's a bitch though. I don't know the motivation Risky has for doing what he did. I think it might be he wants to be like in the story. Because that happens a lot with these people. Especially when you look at Chris Chan, like 2014 to 2018. There were all these people getting involved because they wanted to be a part of it. Let's see. Did you see Elijah's meltdown over the combo panda was legit hilarious? No, I actually didn't. Elijah lives with his parents. Okay. Thank you, Serene Sky. So if he lives with his parents, he could still have a job, but it starts to get a little... You ask. Let's see. Where were we? Elijah brags about getting Discord shut down. Project Aura, I think he called it so if he's tech savvy. The only way he's doing that by is... Yeah, that's legitimate what he's done from what I've heard. Elijah had a job selling phones with Verizon too. Dude, could you imagine going into like the mall to get a new phone and that's the dude selling it to you? Like, I'd rather walk across the street and get like one of those old Nokias. Okay, I'm not too sure. I've watched a lot of them in the last 2 days. I'll look it up for you. See, there was a video Fed played where Elijah is spanking his blind what? Where? Sorry, Shotgun Chris. I had a little trouble reading that. Let me read that out again without saying it out loud. Dude, how old is his brother? What? Dude! Like, I could understand, like, uploading a Smosh, like, skit. But that's actually really questionable. The Risky as Burger Boy theory is hilarious. Hacking is losing his mind, trying to be relevant. In the Cyrex verse, Marty is just another clout chaser. Oh, sorry, Hacking is just another clout chaser. So, Mighty Possum, I don't know, because what I like about Michael Hacking is he doesn't, like, put up with Cyrax's nonsense. It's like, he'll straight up, like, tell Cyrax, like, shut up, I'm trying to help you, why aren't you doing what I told you to? And Cyrax will denounce him, say, oh, you're not a part of my life anymore, and then he goes right back to him. Like, that one is, for me at least, I like that. Ooh. Let's see. I think Risky is legit Risky is legit, actually legit 100%, that's just my opinion. Amanda, are you crazy? So, what got me to say, you know what, there's no way Risky is a real person, is when he was asked, alright, could you do us a British accent? Because it's really, like, not easy to do an accent while you're, like, pretending to have another accent. So, when he said, like, I go to get the fish and chip, like, that's when I realized, like, he's not legit. Wikipedia motivation is trash. Feels like he's just looking for some sort of clout. Cyrax, not the dude to attach yourself to. Yeah, like, you know who else freaked out about, or not freaked out, I should say, wanted, like, Wikipedia clout? Ethan Oliver Ralph. And that did not, well, it didn't work out for him. Oh, sorry, looking at the puzzle again. Let's see, what else do you guys got to say? Icro, got a roll, I'll see you next premiere, just wanted to show up. Hey, thanks for coming by though, Kenny, it was great to see you. There's a whole history of stuff on Elijah having a major... Oh. Featuring Lucario, Roll 34, and spanking even... Oh. See, Mr. N, there's... Like, that is actually disgusting. Like, maybe I'll make a little video on Elijah. Who knows? Because I only like to talk about who I consider, like, bad people. And so far, he's really, what's the word? Really shown his colors. In my opinion, Cyrax and Hacking had a symbiotic relationship. Cyrax believed everything Hacking said, and Cyrax got money in return for his photos and shit. So, one of my favorite things about the Michael Hacking and Cyrax situation, at least Michael Hacking said this. So, Cyrax saw Michael Hacking not as a buddy troll, but as a way to make money. Because he knows that Michael Hacking actually has done some stuff to, like, make money. So, he tried to, like, what was it, Life Giant Films, it's called? So, Cyrax actually, like, thinks he's an employee for him, thinks, like, he's his big talent. And it's a really interesting relationship that they have, considering that he knows that Michael Hacking has, like, gone against him before. Let's see, Hacking is worse in my opinion because he was genuinely Cyrax's friend, and how much pressure Marty had to apply to get him to flip. Yeah, Marty is really good at that, though, getting people to, like, leave Cyrax's, like, side. William Gloryhole especially as well. You could actually probably argue more so. Let's see. Elijah has exposed himself to a community he never should have. Yeah, like, you see people talk about, like, oh, Wings of Redemption went into the Lion's Den. Well, Elijah literally went into, like, the worst community he possibly could have. Like, there literally is there's no way he's coming out of this. Like, I don't know what, I know that he thought whatever he was doing, like, was gonna work out. But, yeah, it's gonna go the exact opposite of how he thinks. I was in Cal Wrangler's chat, and Wrangler wants to go after him hard now. Which one, Mr. N? It's weird. There are two Cow Wranglers in the community. There's one that's more associated with the White Bowser, Earl Doobie. And then there's another one who, he posts more like lolcow stuff on his channel. A lot of Cyrax, I'm pretty sure. I know that me and him, though, have a challenge right now, because we're both in the lolcow, the card game. What's it called, as affiliates? So we're seeing who's going to be able to make more sales after today. Or yesterday, I should say, actually. Yeah, Hackman says he shut down Life Giant Films back in like 2019. I think not if earlier. Okay, yeah. I'm actually not too sure about that. I know his YouTube channel is still Life Giant Films. That's actually really good to know. It blows my mind that people who want to help, the people who want to help Rax. Yeah, Kyle, for me, I can understand some people not knowing the story. And I've said this before, like in a video I think it was. It's like, for people who genuinely didn't know what's going on, I'm willing to give some sort of amnesty. Especially if, like, they're actually good people and, like, legit just no idea. But once people, like, start to know what's happening and they understand the story, it's like, no, you're out. Sorry, pal. Let's see. Probably the White Bowser Cow Wrangler? Yeah, that's definitely the more famous one from what I understand. The Wrangler? Okay, thank you, Mr. N. Dude, that video was crazy, by the way. Has he done anything like recently besides community posts? I remember I saw a bit of a Smokey stream where White Bowser said, what was it? That starting in like 4 hours, the FBI is taking down everything lolcow related from the internet. And that was, yeah, that's the last thing I saw from him. Sorry, team, just trying to figure out this puzzle. Let's see. Wrangler really has Medicare's knack for pressing people on hard issues with really good questions. So, I think a lot of... I could be wrong, of course. I've never spoken to Wrangler myself. I think a lot of those questions were, like, pre-planned. But yeah, it definitely, like, got... It definitely got Bowser, like, big mad. Like, not a good look for someone. Okay. Okay, by the way, I think we're making a little bit of progress. Well, let's see. One of my favorite videos of the Wrangler versus Bowser always perks me up. Genshin Gwoper. Oh, Bowser... I got a question, like, what that guy's thinking. Because, like, he had a chance to, like, start over. Marty was, like, on his team. And he literally just threw it all away. Like, just to talk about cartoons. Like, I would never be in the same position he was in. But I'm just saying, like, he literally could have started over. Oh, team. Okay, this puzzle's pretty close. Bye, Bowsy. Yeah, I gotta say, now that he's gone, I don't really miss him. Oh, sorry, I think I might have fucked up. Until all this Bowser thought he had the... Sorry, let me start that over. Until all this Bowser thought that the internet had ended as soon as he turned his computer off, and that they couldn't affect his real life in any way. He was shown he was wrong. Yeah. So, I think it's crazy because... From what I understand, and I think I have most of the full story. So, Bowser started out, he posted something in Smokey MCC's server, and that was essentially like what got him exposed. And so, if he watched Smokey, he would know, because at that time I remember Smokey had like all these Chris Chan videos, a few others. I don't really know all the stuff he has, just because like it's kind of hard to watch other people talk about like lol cows and then like you not like repeat them even by accident. But like if he was aware of all that stuff, why did he like why did he think all that? Like Bowsy, come on. No, legitimately though, if he wanted to, he could have like left the internet. But instead, like his obsession with these animes that I don't even think are very good. I don't know, I've never seen them. But like, I just don't get it. Oh, sorry. No, it's probably like. Oh, shit. Okay. So I'm really trying to figure this one out. Let's see, Earl was always in the voice chats apparently. So, yeah, so like I said, I'm still in the Marty server. And they used to have this thing where it was always like, voice chat now, everyone show up. And so people would join. It would be like 60 people in a call. Nobody talking. And I remember one time, like, the White Bowser said, why is no one talking? And it's like, well, we assume you have something to tell us. Yeah, those voice chats were like always happening. Like, not really that good, not gonna lie. And yeah, he was in there a lot. Funny enough, one time, actually, there was a threat of the server, Marty's server, getting taken down. The reason why I believe was because they had this thing called, I think it was the Vault, and essentially, because of Discord's rules, you're not allowed to have content like that on. So everyone in there, myself included, got this warning where it said something like, listen, you're a moderator in this server, it's breaking the rules. You need to either take some action to get it stopped, or your account can be banned. And so, even me, I thought about leaving the server myself, because it was like, well, I don't want to lose my server. Oh, fuck yeah, I got the heart. So I thought, like, what's it called? Well, leaving the server, White Bowser instantly left. In the, I think it was the moderator chat, or like the verified chat, people were saying, like, Bowser left, like, right away. And then he joined in with a new account. I guess it was like his alt, and he asked for like moderator status again, but I'm not sure if he got it through that. See, that's a very good question. Like, how in the fuck did Bowser think fighting a lolcow Discord, etc. would work without being one himself, for real? It feels so staged, but like, Cyrax, they think they can win. Yeah, I really don't. By the way, just saw that possum? Yeah, that one was actually tough, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm a lot happier with it than I was with the spin. Oh, another coin and a calendar. Wait. What was it called? Awesome. Why does it still feel like you're reading a script even during a live interaction? Well, Newman, I did this escape room puzzle, I want to say like 4 years ago. So maybe I've got a little bit in my head right now. But sorry, back to you, Amanda. Yeah, like, I don't know how he got that idea in his head. That he could, like, take on, this, well, he knew about the lolcows, he knew he could be a target. I think the Drakenlord video by Smokey was actually out by that point. So, that definitely could have been it. But yeah, he thought he could fight it. Then he, like, doubled down against Marty, saying, they're just cartoons, Marty! They're just cartoons! Which I couldn't believe that happened. I literally couldn't. Okay, let's see what this calendar says. Okay, different card behind each month. Oh, hold on, I gotta reread that. Each month corresponds to a playing card. Okay, I gotta break out the notepad for this. Okay, first. Okay, fuck, I gotta swivel this so I can read it properly. Okay. So, January's Ace, so February's 2. March 3. I know, crazy stuff here on the Audinum show. April's 4. This is June. Let's see. I think it's because he never saw himself as a lolcow. He thinks everything he does is okay because it's another regarded man baby by his parents, never to take accountability. Yeah, I could definitely see that, like, being able to justify everything he's done. Because when you think about it, like, in his head, he really thinks, like, because Tawawawa is a cartoon, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've watched some Dragon Ball, like, OG series, and it's had some questionable moments that made me think, like, I don't remember this. But to watch something like that, let's see. PDF files get some sort of god complex. Yeah, they do. I guess they think, like, they're more mature, they're smarter, but it's like, no. Let's see. When are you joining the LGBTQ plus community? Well, Mingo, I'm afraid probably never. Have you looked into the Ali Akbar stuff from America First, Stuffed Wild? Yes, Mr. N, I have. I very well have looked into that. Dude, that one is so, like, sketchy. It's like Ali Akbar, known groomer slash PDF file. I think he great someone, and, like, he's still behind the scenes in America First, like, keeping it hush hush. Like, that one is actually scary. Nick Fuentes is a horrible human being. I can't stand him. I can't stand Ralph either, but in the fight between Ralph and America First, I'm on team Ralph 100%. Like, Ali Akbar is completely inexcusable. Now, Raincock, I'm very familiar with that quote. Big boobs, big boobs. They're just cartoons. They're just cartoons. You got 5+ subbies. Where Odd DC at? Odd DC? Like DC Comics? Yeah, Japan is pretty sick. See, she was over 18, then ends up being... Yeah, I remember that, Mighty Possum. Like, the age kept changing. The Tall Night stuff that came... What's the Tall Night stuff? I gotta ask you. For next stream, your mic audio needs to go up a bit and lower the... Oh, dude, I can lower that down right now, actually. Sorry about that. Okay, is that better? Okay, hopefully that's better. My apologies. Let's see. God, I wanted to just interact during that debate. Nick Fuentes was on Valuetainment. Yeah, he is losing it. Like, I get comments sometimes, people saying, "Oh, Nick won." I remember last year there was a guy who was, like, defending Nick Fuentes. 6 months later, the thread he was talking in got brought up, and I said to him, "Hey, do you still, like, support that guy?" And he was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I?" Fuentes is a piece of shit for sure. Hope that motherfucker stays a virgin for life. Well, that guy. So I don't know, because he takes pictures of Jaden while he slept when they lived together, like, sketchy AF, no pun intended. Friends with Ali Alexander, like, that theory that he's gay, I think, is probably true. Because what was it he said? Having sex with women is gay? Like, he'll go on any talk show, and they will question him on that exact quote he said. Oh, now I'm too quiet. That's bizarre. Okay, is this better? Okay, so, oh, I got my mic going through my desktop audio, the same as, yeah, my apologies, guys. This will be fixed for the next time. Okay, is it any better now? Okay, I think that, you know what, I'll turn it up, here. Okay, how's this? Any better? Sweet. Okay, again, sorry about that, guys. So where was I? Yeah, like, Nick Fuentes, he's got nowhere to go but down. Like, if you've seen Cozy's numbers, last night during the Medicare stream, they had, like, 100 people watching. You could actually tell how botted the website is. I saw this on T-Clip's Twitter. They had 2,000 people waiting for Nick Fuentes to stream, and the chat was dead. Like, this one is going by faster. Like, I'm talking 30 seconds of nothing. So yeah, Nick Fuentes, he's gonna betray, this is my theory, I think it's right, he's gonna betray literally everyone that's on his site, that's supporting him, that donates to him. He's gonna try and be on, like, Fresh and Fit, or start his own Fresh and Fit knockoff, like, whatever. And that's essentially where he's gonna be. Conley is a TikToker that's come out about him. Advertising is only... Oh, dude, I think I might have seen that guy. Yeah. Yeah, the blonde-haired guy, right? Yeah, like, that site should 100%, like, have... I'm not normally for this, like, having a mandatory, like, ID check for certain sites. But that one is sketchy, especially once you start to, like, hear about kids stealing their parents' credit cards for it and, like, being encouraged to do it. Raincock, so I think that he's gonna have something worse than Ralph, because okay, so he eats one meal a day, and every day he makes sure that that meal is McDonald's. And so he is so absolutely, like, unhealthy from eating nothing but McDonald's. Literally, he will wake up in the middle of the night and have to throw up. Like, it's unbelievable. He already planted a knife in Destiny's back. Well, I would not be surprised, Holy Pepperoni. Like, at all. He's... How do I... So, I remember... What was it? With Kanye West, I remember, like, Milo Yiannopoulos, who is also known for, like, shoving knives in people's backs, had to, like, take Kanye away from him. Let's see, more like stale and shit instead of fresh and fit. I've seen clips of them. I could never sit down and watch an entire episode. Like, I'm sure you know the ones I'm talking about. It's like, you're in bed, you say, all right, time to set my alarm, and somehow you end up on, like, YouTube Shorts, and you're scrolling. And every now there's a good one, I'm not gonna lie, but to sit down and watch that show would be, I shouldn't call it trash, because the videos I make are trash. Not quality-wise, but, like, you get nothing out of watching them, if you know what I mean. His whole personality is him being 6'5", wearing a Crusader helmet. Oh, no, I don't know who that guy is. Only McDonald's? That's a credit card a week, at least with microplastics. Yeah, like, I don't know when the last time I had McDonald's was. And he eats it legit every day. I saw a really interesting documentary a couple years ago. It was called The McStank Diet. Essentially, this guy, his name was Cole Robertson, I believe. I don't know how long it went on for, but he would eat nothing for 48 hours, and then eat a meal at McDonald's, and he would show himself training, like, intense the entire time. He wanted to show that you could, like, eat nothing but McDonald's and still, like, lose weight and gain muscle, but he did take it to a bit of an extreme. Why do red pill and... How do I say this word, Mr. N? What is the YouTube approved No, I was about to say something else that I can't say. What? Oh yeah, why do red pill Yahtzees keep getting outed as Mr. N? I can't read this. But I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. So is Nick trying to be a drama channel? Well, his whole website is a drama channel. Except he's an idiot and he has to wrangle these people. Like Big Tech and Ralph's fight, like he had to get in between that. We get to feel better about our lives while we watch your videos, lol. Dude, watching those videos, because I watch them more than like most other people, because I watch all the clips while I record them, when I put them together, then when I do like the censor cut / final like quality check. Dude, by the time I'm done, I feel like a Vietnam veteran. Okay, that's probably a bit disrespectful, but you know how I feel. Like, I just want to go to bed half the time. Milo is also a predator piece of shit. Dude's entire personality is just him clutching his fake religious pearls. Yeah, Milo, like, the vault is absolutely disgusting. For anyone unaware, Milo Yiannopoulos, he was one of the only journalists back during Gamergate that, like, gave it a fair shake. And then he moved into, like, the 2016 coverage. So, it got found out that he has this hard drive he calls the Vault, which contains blackmail on everyone he has ever worked with. Like, it's absolutely unhinged. If I found out somebody had that, I would never speak to them again. Let's see. Is it cold in Canada? I wish it was cold here. Well, Amanda, I wish it was cold where I live. A couple months ago, so I went to bed, and it was so hot, I could not sleep the entire night. I think I got like 2 hours of sleep. And normally the first thing I do when I wake up is brush my teeth. But that day, the first thing I did was I go on my phone, go on Amazon, and like buy a fan sent to my house. Sounds like Super Size Me? Yeah, I think... oh shit. So it wasn't Super Size Me. I think it was supposed to be like against this British guy who ate like ice cream and ran a track but still gained weight. But yeah, it was a really interesting one. I can find you through Marty's Discord server and send you a video that explains Tall Night stuff if you want. It's like an 8-minute video, I think. Yeah, sure, why not, Mighty Possum? That German no men equal Yahtzee XD. I'm gonna be honest, he sounds like DSP and Review Tech USA. Are you talking about me or are you talking about Milo? Or that Tall Night guy? Sorry, we're talking about a lot of people. I have a theory that Nick Fuentes is really in bed with Antifa. Submedia is Antifa's site. It legit condones terrorist activities and is somehow not delisted from search engines. So a lot of people actually question that, especially with the J6 arrests, because there's literally a video of Nick Fuentes yelling, "Storm the Capitol!" and nothing happened to him. Like, legit nothing happened to him. He says, like, "Oh yeah, they took away my bank cards, I had no money." But that was all given back within like 2 months, and he still said like afterwards like, "Hey, I need money. They took it all." So yeah, I don't trust him at all. Whoa, what the fuck? Blackmail? Yeah. Not surprised with Milo and his blackmail. Most conservatives do that secretly. So Kyler, he's the only one that's like really been exposed for that. I haven't heard about anyone else that's like done the same. Brush your teeth, damn neat freak. Well, Mingo, listen, I wake up and I gotta like, I got to. It's like the first thing I think of. I can't even breathe properly. Oh, thanks, Raincock. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about now. Sounds good, perfect. A Cyrax approach. Well, Icarus, if that happened, I would probably Spartan kick him down. Denim knows a lot of the things, which is neat. Well, so Amanda, I don't watch TV. I watch movies sometimes. Like, a lot of my entertainment comes straight from YouTube, which is why I'm one of the few people I think that can justify like the YouTube premium subscription. Because like, I haven't had Netflix in years. No ads like legit changes the whole thing. Especially if you try to keep up with it like I do. Like, for years I've done this as a hobby. The YouTube thing now is like more of a recent thing. That being said, what's it called? There are a lot of the new stuff I'm not really familiar with. I'm more for, I want to say 2012 to 2018 knowledge. Or, actually, let's make that 2012 to modern. Just not TikTok. He probably dreams of lolcows. No wonder he needs to brush his teeth as soon as he wakes up. LMFO. So, Mighty Possum, I've only had a few dreams like that. I took a break off Cyrax for a month because I had a dream where like I was in high school and he was in my class walking around with boxing gloves. And when I woke up, it's like, that's it. I'm taking a break from this. But no Christian, no, none of that. Let's see. Did you see that hilarious Nick Fuentes video in which he was getting into a fight while dressed in a trash bag jacket and boom? Dude, I remember that fight, Mr. N. So, yeah, he legit looks like that fight looked like two kids, like, role-playing Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? Like, grabbing each other, doing a little wrestle. Like, it was the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. YouTube is my TV, too. Mighty Possum, 100%. Like, I watched, when 2020 hit, I watched Breaking Bad. Then I watched Better Call Saul. And then, once I finished, like, the last season Netflix had, I canceled the entire subscription. Okay, oh, sorry. Let me get back to this real fast. Okay. Okay, so we've got a bit of this, this calendar should help us with this little math question. I've never been very good at math, so... Okay, so... A is, 1. Okay, let me count this real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 1 plus 8 plus 3, 12. Okay, so Q is supposed to be 12, or Queen's supposed to be 12, so let's see. 10, 22, 34, and then... Okay, oh, dude! So this one's 43. What a great number. Let's see, that's hilarious. I love the mental image I have of no shoulder socks wearing a wife beater vest and boxing gloves thrown through. No, so Mighty Possum, the dream was I was just sitting down in class, like he runs up behind somebody, like with his boxing gloves, punches him in the back of the head and runs away. Like absolute Cyrax behavior. Why is... Amanda, what did you write? Why is R-U-do-be could robot? Alright. Well, so Amanda, if you could see the... So I got this girl on Fiverr to draw me this avatar. I don't know, I just like robots. I played a lot of Mega Man growing up. And so, if you could see the draw, because I'm terrible at drawing. If you could see what I sent her, like, it is, we are so much better at what we have now. Okay, so, let's see what we got. So, it's 12:43, and now we just gotta figure out what this is. So, jacks are 11. And queen is 12. So 9, 13, 25, 30, 38, and 49. So hopefully I've got this right. Wait, where do I even put the answers in? Okay, we're gonna have to get back to this little question later. Yeah, the universe is talking to us. let's see, a new assault charge for Cyrax. Well, if you get charged for dreams, that would be a bad moment. I love the robot, unique. Thank you, Mighty Possum. I love it too. I've got 2 new sets of artwork coming in. One from, let's just say it's a certain trading card game, and one to celebrate Mr. Medicur's return. Mega Man X2 was the best Mega Man. I don't know about that, Raynok, but I really like the Battle Network series. But if we're talking about 2D Mega Mans, X2 was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm more of a Mega Man 2 and 3 kind of guy. Okay, let's figure out where we put this math number in. Maybe we roll the slot machine again? No. Okay, probably not. Let's see. I don't think we can do anything with the roulette table anymore. I don't even see what the point of this was. So... Wait, is there a code on the back of this? No. Oh wait, okay, there's a barcode on this. Maybe we gotta scan it. I love Mega Man, but 11 was pretty weak in my opinion. I thought it was nice to see come out at the time. Yeah, I remember, what's it called? Mighty Number 9 was, like, supposed to be, like, really good. Everyone was excited. I was a little bit excited for it myself, because we hadn't gotten a Mega Man game in years at the time. Then legit nothing happened. So that was really disappointing. I never played Mega Man 11. The last one I played was, so I bought the, complete, like, Mega Man 1 collection. You know, the Legacy Collection, Part 1 and 2. And 3 is my favorite. It was the first one I ever played, so I mostly spent time on that one. That being said, I did get a bit of time in, like, 6 and 7 and 8. But no, Mighty Number 9 is gone. Wasn't very good. What's the other one? Azora Volt? Was that the other Mega Man successor? Oh, wait, okay, wait. Okay, so we got this wrong. It's not a math question. So, all the numbers equate to a different... what's it called? Letter. Got a roll for now, Audinum. Great talking to you. We'll have to play on Steam and chat for sure. Hey, sounds good to me. Thanks for coming by, Mr. N. You know, I think in Cyrax's walnut-sized brain, he thought that since Marty didn't get in trouble for beating him up when he approached Marty's property, that he wouldn't get in trouble for hitting Aware of Myself approaching his house. Yeah, I could definitely see where Cyrax came from, but the thing is, so Cyrax thinks 2 different things at the same time. He thinks it was he thinks that Marty was the bad guy because he came, like, because he was in the neighborhood, yet Cyrax was the one that went to his property and started it. Cyrax also, at the same time, thinks that he's innocent because, what's it called? He also thinks that he's innocent because, what's the word? When he assaulted, like, Aware of Myself. It's, like, unbelievable. Yeah, I could see if one of them he thought was okay and the other he said was wrong. But you know what? I don't know with that, boy. And sorry I missed your comment, Mingo. What specs do I have? So, this is the mini PC. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Uh, let's see. It doesn't have a graphics card. The game's running fine on my end, but I could see why it's not really that good on yours, possibly. And it's got a Ryzen 5800H. Yeah, this game is like crazy. Blasphemous is Fire. I've heard about that game. I'd have to check it out. Let's see. Okay, while you guys are talking, I'm gonna do this fast. So, Ace is supposed to be J. 8 is supposed to be A. 3 is supposed to be M. Okay, so we got Jam. Okay, Jam minus 10 is O. Queen is D. 9 is S. Jam minus odds plus... Okay, 9 is S. 4 is A. Queen is D. 5 is M. And J is... N. Okay, so essentially what this says is jam jam minus odds plus Sandman or Sadman. So we know the jam's right here. Jam minus odds, so I'm assuming that's this. And then Sadman is the bottle of booze on the counter. So I gotta figure out what we're doing with these words. Where's it go? Okay, let me check the chat again real fast. I said I was sorry, I don't have to mean it. Yeah, holy pepperoni. I remember when he said that. What was his exact words? It was like, from a legal standpoint, yes, I regret what I did. But in reality, no, I'd do it again. Ooh, I got a 5800X, by the way. You good at handling stream? You should do it more. Bet you could handle Errant Goblin. I'm not sure what game that is, honestly. No, so this is my second stream I've done. The last one was a miracle that I managed to get to work with my connection. This is also a bit of a test, like I said, with the mini PC. Because it's able to handle, like, stuff pretty well. It's Metroidvania, the lore is dark. There are plenty of vids on YouTube about it. Why escape? That room is lit. So, Icarus, in this game, essentially everyone in it volunteered to, with NASA to like do a simulation on what it would be like to like live on Mars and not have contact with people. But it's like a Saw game where everyone has to like do these different challenges. And so I think the rules are if you don't... Oh! What the fuck did I just do? Oh, look, those buttons that look like dice fell out. Okay, I'm sorry about that, chat. I got pretty distracted there. Okay, let's see. Where was I? I've sent you that video talking about yet another creep abusing his power and preying on teenage girls. Thank you, Mighty Possum. I'll have to check that out after I'm done this. I know I gave myself a 3-hour limit, but I think I can do this. Okay, let's see. So, okay, we got the jukebox working. Not gonna lie, I do like the music that's playing. So, we need the jam. Except it's not letting me pick it up. Maybe I can smash it? I don't know. Well, yeah, I know, Icarus, I solved it, but I don't know what I did to solve it. That's the problem. Hmm. Oh, wait. Okay, so this thing has a bunch of holes in it, like the dice. Okay, yeah, the dice are on the floor. Okay, you got a jukebox, a soft chair, a stock bar. I just live there. Well, you need the food too. Okay, let's see. So, shows 3 digits, so maybe it's like the locker where we need certain numbers. Try different combinations. Okay. So, let's try and figure this out. So I'm gonna start with the jam. I think it said 100% on it. Okay, 100%. I don't want to just guess numbers. Oh, okay. No, fuck. I was gonna say the jukebox says 803, but these are 6-sided dice. See, even Cobes needs food with his booze, lol. Yeah, if you look at no, fuck. This has a 7 too. Okay, so. Okay, wait a second. Okay, I got an idea. So, it says jam, like, okay, so the message on the card translates to jam minus odds plus sad man. So, the jam, fuck, get out of here. Okay, the jam has a 100% on it, so we're gonna say 100 minus odds, so 35, so 100 minus 35, and plus the sad man is 570. So 75, no, 65, my bad, plus 570. So we get 5. 635. Oh yeah, we did it. Let's see, 100% pure makes me think of So I forget. So I remember in this game that guy's reason for being there is he's making money for his sister in the hospital. I don't know. A lot of these escape room games are on sale right now on Nintendo, Steam, etc. Well, I played one other one, and it's good, but it doesn't come close to this. Alright, so we got one more coin. Let's put it in the machine. Okay, one more. Thank you, Mighty Possum. Man, this one is actually wild. Okay. So the last thing has to be the chessboard. Okay, let's pull out the hammer, maybe? Like, this thing legitimately has to do something. Or... Okay. We're on the last puzzle, so I can't stop now. Okay, so... Wait. If I take the hammer away... Or... Yeah, yeah, that probably wouldn't do anything. Makes it less creepy, but out of context, what we've been talking about so far, yeah, I can understand. No, the game's really interesting. And again, it is really nice to have, like, a Saw game that's not, like, just focused on violence. Like, it actually makes you think, like, how to do it. Like, is there a reason why this... Like, all this stuff, there's gotta be a reason. Is it just decor? Like, the knights have done nothing. Everything's, like, stuck to the tables. It would be fun to watch a bunch of lol cows in an escape room. Dude, I think they just run out of time. Like, okay, let's make a dream team of cows to do an escape room. I think, like, Cyrax would be able to, like, go through narrow vents. So I guess he could be valuable in some way. Maybe Ralph to wrangle them all, because he is pretty good at that. I'll give him that. And, who would be a good number 3? Only if they can't actually get out of, like, the rigged saw traps. Dude, I didn't like that one. No, I think the worst Saw movie was, like, I think it was number 3. It starts out, they're in, like, this room, and they're told, alright, yeah, guys, there's this bomb inside the room. There are 7 of you, or there are 6 of you, but there's, like, there are only, like, enough, like, shelters. Or there was 1 less shelter than there were people. And so they all start fighting when, like, 2 or 3 people would fit inside these little shelters. And then the entire movie is just that repeating. They wouldn't make it because of the stench of Daniel's rage. Oh. No time limit. They stay there until they get out. Okay, okay. Yeah, Chris Chan's pretty creative, but I wouldn't take him. Can I hit the light? No. Yeah, nothing special about it. Copper Memorial Plate. New Caledonia, I think that's a fictional city. No way, turn to a werewolf staring at this boring picture. Just an ordinary night landscape. Okay, what does this chessboard do? Okay, if you look at it upside down, the E is a 9. Or at least that's what it looks like. Okay, I think I'm playing on normal mode, so I should be able to get a hint. Maybe. Do you think Chris will be allowed at Barb's funeral? I definitely think he will. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if he's back in 13 Branchland right now. Essentially, the court case got dismissed. Chris is an incredibly unreliable witness, or a storyteller, especially when you, like, what's it called, involve women? Because, like, he'll lie to them, thinking it'll, like, help him. So the fact that they couldn't, like, get anything concrete, his court case was dismissed, and he was seen on PlayStation, I would not be surprised if Chris Chan was back there. He could use portals and stomp his... Oh. Dude, the merge is not... Well, I don't know. Chris Chan said the merge has happened, but we also haven't heard anything from it. Okay, okay. We made the heart. We spun the wheel. Now, literally, this... Okay, so the oil and the chessboard are it. We used matches earlier, but we're all out of them. Does calendar... Oh, does the calendar do anything else? Or... Okay, so it's got a barcode on the back. So maybe we can have it scan something? Oh yeah, we already used it on the jukebox, I forget. Let's see, Cyrax, Elijah, and Larson. Cyrax would either rage or whimper. Hopefully both. Elijah think he could wrangle them, but starts slapping himself in the head when he can't handle it. And Larson's Larson. Well, that statement is 100% true. If the merge happened, where my big... Where are those goth girlfriends? Well... I don't know. Gotham? That would be a good start. Okay, so let's think about things that haven't really been touched yet. Okay, so the smokes. Nothing has happened with these yet. Sunset 24. It's a very big ashtray, not gonna lie. I feel like underneath here there should be something. Yeah, okay, so I doubt the card is useful for anything else. We got the coin from here. I tried to smash the beer the beer logo, but that hasn't worked either. Why is it only letter E mirrored on this thing? You're right, each word would be a 5, and the mirrored E is 6, H is 4. So I think that we've already... Yeah, wouldn't that be the spin? SP... See, I was talking about the lolcow named Dimension 7, yo. He has a mountain... Wait, what? Has a mountain boy he can climb? Oh, is a mountain boy. Yeah, who's your favorite lolcow to make videos on? Well, personally, I really like to talk about Ralph. Ralph doesn't get the same numbers that Cyrax does, but what can I say? It's a pleasure to make them. Especially when I get to do a little, what's it called? Go back into the past and listen to some old gym streams. So, Ralph is really good. Cyrax, at this point, it's kind of like... I know what I'm getting into. Like, nothing really surprises me for the most part. Obviously, some things do, but... it's kind of rare. Can I bump this? So yeah, Chibi was actually really fun to do too, up until I got to like the end of the Al saga, because at that point it's like, man, it just made me so mad how badly he treated his best friend. Like someone who actually like looked after him, defended him, like his family like said, you're all he's got. But really, most of them are fun to do. It's just like, when you get to like the bad stuff, like at this point, you get pretty desensitized to it, which can be good, but... I'm very lost at this. Okay, I'm gonna assume everything on this wall is useless. The knights don't seem to do anything. Ever since I got into lolcows, I feel like I've entered the Dick Tracy universe of villain. Yeah, it's crazy because they're all connected to Icarus. It's like... a good example would be... So, Only Use Me Blade and Keemstar were best friends. Both of them, like they lived next to each other. They were neighbors, made videos on each other. And then, like, Only Use Me Blade was in RV8 when they went to Cyrex's house. So that's legit 1 degree of separation from, like, Keemstar, Ethan Ralph, Mr. Medicare, Brittany Venti, all those people, like, Bathtub Ross. Like, 1 degree of separation from all these people. Okay, I gotta figure out what to do here. So, we haven't done anything with the candles, the oil. Like, nothing done with the candles, the oil, the chessboard, most likely. I'm gonna click on all the booze. Maybe that could do something. Oh yeah, Wings, 100%. Like, Wings was there, like, during the Call of Duty commentating days, like, hardcore. I don't know. Do any of you have any ideas on what to do next? Johnny Elbows is the same build as Kingpin and Daredevil. Dude, he looks like Patrick Star. Like, he is a triangle. Don't they all seem like fantasy villains? Yeah, they all seem like they're comic book they all seem like comic book villains, but like not the cool ones like Joker, Riddler, Lex Luthor. Like they're all like Condiment King, Calendar Man. Like you see them and you forget about them. And then you hear about them again a couple years later. I didn't know people like this actually existed until I entered the lolcow universe. Yeah, like, I don't know if I should say the word lucked out, but I found out about Chris Chan when I was like 12 or 13. And so that legit changed my life. And like, the people now are bad, but man, 2011, like, those people, that era was wild. I don't know if you guys have heard, there was this guy, his name was Michael Dragon 800. And so, he used to do these lyrics videos. And so they would be stuff like, how do I even explain it? It would be like video game music with lyrics. But he would just go like, Grunty's Cavern, and he would always introduce himself like this. What's up, everybody? Michael Dragon 800 here. And so the guy was a fucking creep. He used to go on to all these girls' tap dancing videos and like request them to like wear different shoes and tap to different songs. And like we don't see that anymore. Oh, sorry, hold on. Let me read that. Did you notice that the numbers on the chute are the same as the upside down chest? Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like maybe it's... Yeah, because the hammer came from in here. You could literally create a comic book series with all these real-life lolcows and sell them to the general public. They'd be unaware these are real people. Man, so the problem with that is so many of these people, they sound so unbelievable. Like, I remember years ago, people saying, yeah, if you were to write, like, a story and you wrote Chris Chan in it, people would criticize the book and say, yeah, you know what? This one character is too unbelievable. No one would act like this. But all these people do. All of them do. Let us see. Okay, so we know this board does nothing. We know the knights do nothing. We know the booze does nothing. The wall does nothing. The poker table, the roulette table, literally down to the candles and the oil. and we had matches earlier, but we used them to light the fireplace. Oh, I heard about Chris, but Cyrus is my first lolcow. I was in the community covering a guy called Delete Laws. He's trying to sue Kate. She then did another stream covering what happened when she exposed Cyrax. Oh, dude, I couldn't imagine Cyrax being my first one. Like, nothing would compare afterwards. Like, legit. How do you go from Cyrax? Let's see. So let's see. I think it might actually be this. Okay, I'm gonna check the knights. I know I've clicked on them once before, but something has to be happening here. Does the card do anything, maybe? Let's see. I heard of Chris, but remember being introduced to Wings from Fredrik Knudsen. That was an amazing document. Yeah, dude. So, him and Medicur's, like, videos, they're very different, but they get across, like, the same message. Like, Wings 2017 was actually an insane time to be him. Like, it's actually crazy how that happened. Let's see. Christian was my first lolcow, can't remember how. Sax was my second, learned about him watching Base Shaman. Dude, so Icarus, the first time I ever saw Chris was... So, he had just come out with this video. It was him, like, dancing around saying, "Hello, my honey." Oh, wait. Sorry, hold on. Maybe if we hit the C with the hammer? Yes! Dude, I swear I've clicked that before. Okay, sorry, let me get back. Yeah, so I remember he uploaded this video, and I was really into, like, old school commentaries at the time. And so I remember people were just spamming stuff like, he's back. And I was so curious, like, who is this guy? And then, out of nowhere, legit out of nowhere, I find the quickie. And I was like a kid at the time. Baron, you're still here, tight. Dude, so I found the quickie, and I spent the entire weekend, like, on my parents' computer, like, researching this Chris Chan guy. And it was almost identical to when I, like, learned about Cyrax, like, December this year, or last year. Because there was no, like, set timeline, there's no quickie, there's no comprehensive history. You just learn about different key events, and then you have to put it together, like, inside. You have to put it together inside your head. And Marty's, like, it's crazy, because Marty's streams are always taken down. At the time, they weren't really, like... Oh, wait. I don't know how this puzzle works. Let me look at this chessboard. And so, it was wild, because they were always, like, getting deleted. Oh, okay, so... Okay, I think I get this. So, 1 is going to be the one that can move these directions. So, the rook. 2 is the bishop. And 3 must be the queen. Rook. Bishop. Oh, I missed her. Queen. Oh, Okay, let's see. Let me look at that again. Okay. Yeah, 1 is 100% the rook. 2's got to be the bishop, and 3... Maybe I put it in wrong. Sorry, let me get back to chat. Okay, lurking the whole time, playing with the cats. Understandable. Oh, sorry, I completely missed a bit of chat. Okay, so, Amanda, have I ever talked to Cyrax? So, I have sent Cyrax 2 messages, and I, honestly, looking back on it, kind of wish I didn't. So, the first time was during the Drift King saga, when, like, he was saying to Marty, "Why you race me? Why you race me? You're a coward!" And so, Marty was, like, on Xbox, streaming saying, Cyrax, where are you? Where are you? And so I saw on Xbox, Cyrax was playing some game. I think it was like Forza. And so I messaged him on Xbox Live and I said, Cyrax, you coward, face Marty. And so that was time number 1. So time number 2 was when Only Use Me Blade went to Cyrax's house with Chicken Andy and RV8. Dude, I was so ecstatic, so thrilled that we were about to get something. That, like, I was hyped. I was hyped. But then, out of nowhere, legit out of nowhere, what's it called? Then out of nowhere, like, he just said, nothing happened. He went inside, they ran away. Then Cyrax did a stream, like, an hour later, saying, yeah, they came here to try and kill me, and I commented on his kick, saying that Blade should have, like, Only Use Me Blade should have beat him up. And then he banned me from his kick. Oh, let's see. Been lurking. We need a Geno Samuel, but for Cyrax, Icarus, unfortunately, that will never happen. Too much Cyrax has been lost. King. Well, no, it's understandable. I should have thought about that one myself. Okay, let's see. That whole RV thing was such a letdown. All that hype, and they just ran. I was watching Smokey's live stream when Marty beat up Cyrax. Dude, so I was watching, like, Marty's stream, like, the live one, and I said, oh, man, like, nothing's happening. I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then I come back, and it's just wild. Oh, dude, I think we just got our final coin. Oh, wait. Okay, let me write this down on my notepad real fast. Okay, 05 28. I know. Okay, this is the roulette. This is the roulette stuff. Okay, but I don't have any coins to put on this. Let's see. But they got video poster. Oh yeah, so Mighty Possum. So that was a guy called the Child Puncher. He went around like that neighborhood, Lloyd Street, and he was putting those flyers around because he knew that IP2 was gonna be there. And thank you, Mighty Possum. I was about to walk away from the stream, and for whatever reason, I'll watch 10 more minutes, and then it happened. Yeah, dude, we're very, very close to finishing this. Okay. Should I press? Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna press it. Oh. Now, if this is the cutscene that I think it is... Yeah, it's what I think it is. Yeah, I gotta get like 3 ones on the dice, or else my guys die. Yeah, I turned off voices for this because I figured it might get a little distracting. Crazy to think how long Cyrax has been documented, but the best 2 months have happened this year. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, there have been some good ones before, not gonna lie. Like Bender Boys, just all sorts of different events. Also, someone snail-mailed every house in Rack's neighborhood warning them about him. Normally, I would be against something like that, but with Rax, 100% I'm for it. Oh no, do what? Yeah, I told you, Mighty Possum, this is like a Saw game, but... a little intense. Alright, so yeah, I've got to get... What did it say? All 6 dice have to be the same. I have a funny feeling that we're going to see these guys die real fast. No, legit, Mighty Possum, they do. Man, can this just skip? I don't know if you can hear, but I'm clicking as fast as I can. I want someone to send Daniel to Cyrex's house, telling them they bought him a house. He might believe it. How much longer we have a final saga with Chance, you think? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, for Cyrax, I thought that it was going to be over, like, real soon. But it looks like I was wrong. It's going to be extended till at least, like, late September. Uh-oh, I can't show this. I can't show this. Not on YouTube. Let's see. Anyways, heading out. Thanks for the videos you make. They are great. Hey, thanks for coming out, Robbie. I'm about to finish this soon anyways, now that I finished the stream, or finished the escape room. Yeah, the 3-hour limit was a little... What's the word? I was hoping I could do it in 3 hours. Looks like it took 4. What's worse, being an Akron police officer responding to homicide or responding to an angry goblin? Well, Kyler, you'd get some fun if you, like, responded to Cyrax, I'd say. Like, it would actually probably be the highlight of your day, or at least give you something to, like, talk to your friends about later. Watching Rax brick his Xbox with the USB killer stick was the best. I don't know, I wanted to enjoy that one, but it was just him screaming twice. And we found out later that Michael hacking was the whole reason that, like, he even went in there, like, afterwards to confront them. Oh, Alex, Alex, buddy, I'm afraid you're, like, right at the end. Oh, sorry. Send Daniel to Cyrex's house saying that Grace Vanderwall lives there. He was saying he wanted her dead a few days ago. Oh, dude, that's the thing about Daniel. He could literally be anywhere in the continental United States in, like, a day. And if not a day, like 2. Let's see, the kill stick was good, but it felt cucked, them talking over Rax and kicking him off panel. I thought Cyrax left on his own. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Can we expect more gaming streams? So, if I do a gaming stream, it would have to be one that's, like, not fast-paced so I can keep up with chat. The way I saw it, I could, like, do this, get some gameplay in. Oh, what's the... Oh, dude, oh, hold on, let me show you something shameful. Okay, so... This is my save file right here. 14 hours, 10 minutes. Considering this stream was like 4 hours long, I think this is gonna... Yeah. Couple hours. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, where was I? So, there might be more gaming streams, but it'd have to be something slow, like the escape room game. Nothing fast. And really nothing online, because I think that this is, like, the limit. Let's see, speaking of bricked Xboxes, what is Liquid Chris doing now? So, I was actually talking with Liquid Chris, believe it or not. Not through, like, voice, but just a couple of messages. He told me there's something big. I think I know what it is. But I don't think he would appreciate me telling people. But he said that he was talking with some very big people. I'll just leave it as that. Let's see. My favorite moment was Cyrax dissing someone by calling him the Taco Bell dog for like 20 minutes. Dude, my favorite Cyrax diss moment was when he goes around calling Marty Sandwich Bitch Marty. Because it's such an absurd insult. It makes no sense, and I love it. It's the most creative thing he's ever done. Anyways, I think if Chance actually ends up spending jail time, it will really shake things up. Yeah, dude, if he goes to jail, like... I don't know if he's gonna come out, like, humbled, or, like, double down as he comes out and says, I survived. Thoroughly enjoyed stream, Mr. Roboto. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I need to stand up soon. Let's see. I wonder what will happen to Chance if he actually survives jail time. Yeah, like I said, I think if he comes out, he'll he'll either like get humbled or double down. It's one or the other. It's been a while, but I think they kicked him off panel. I might be wrong though. I wouldn't be out of character for Rax to run like a bitch. No, legit, he runs all the time. That's why I think that's what happened. Oh man, listen, team. I'm afraid I think I'm all streamed out for the day. Oh no, but thanks for coming by. He would come out screaming if he survived, even though he'd be greatly separated and protected. No, legit. All right, well, team, I'm gonna stop streaming this now. It was great having you guys here. Uh, yeah, thanks for coming by.